H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, and sometimes Chris Walker, as yesterday. Oh, he got on my nerve yesterday. Coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and it's Thursday. Actually, y'all's Thursday, but to me, it's called Baby Friday. And because Chop Shop is not aired on Friday. You know, we have Friday, Thursday. We have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to rejuvenate, then come back on Monday. And that's why the show on Monday be so crazy and the show on Thursday be so hot. So, but we got oh my God, we got so much stuff. Jimmy gonna come on a little bit, I guess, whenever he come on. We're going to talk about, he want to talk about a subject about the young men, the culture that young kids are leaving the city and go. And listen, parents, listen, okay? You can go wherever you want to go and play wherever you want to. But we're going to recognize and salute the guys like Wesley Yates, young man who came on yesterday, and salute them for staying around and being able to have his announcement in a packed auditorium. Y'all, when the last time that has happened? But we're going to talk about it. Let me acknowledge my starting five first. Then I'm going to get back. I want to talk about that. Thaddeus Moody, Corey Willis, Sonia Billingsley, D. Holcomb, Mindy Collins is in the building. And my sixth lady of the day is Mate Corey. The ladies are in the building. Robert Young is in the building. Jeremy Davis in the building. Jay Jackson, share the show. Everybody, let's share it. I'm gonna share it from my what's the name? From YouTube page. I'm gonna share that right now. If you're on YouTube, you can share it. Also, you can share it to your Twitter. Get this stuff off my screen, man. Share it to your Twitter. But it's just, I just want people to know, because Gallus, he tried to get in there yesterday, Eric B, and said, it's all, it's all right for kids. I said, I didn't say it was not all right for kids to go other places and play basketball. It's a good thing. But but it's all right to wait. It's all right to stay at home and be saluted. Y'all listen, the whole gymnasium. When did y'all tell me, because some of y'all know so a lot. Tell me, Jeremy Davis, when the last time you seen a packed auditorium when people letting their kids other schools letting their kids get out of school to come over and support another young man at another school? Y'all just help me. Y'all help me with that one. If just find it. I just want to see it. I want to see it. Because I mean, just shout out to Wesley Yates, man. Did y'all hear the interview yesterday? If you didn't, go back yesterday and go to that interview and hear that young man um, just sit there and talk about his his time uh, at his school. Y'all got to remember those people was all of these same people, Link and Don, that crazy ass Donda Academy. I wouldn't even go get him a damn uh, uh, interview. Pam, I don't care. I'm just telling you, Pam, we got this. Dudes like Kanye West, he got Donda Academy. Don't even go give people like that no Eve. Don't even give people like that your time. This is a guy that'll go to the fashion week. Oh, I want to go there and put up and wear White Lives Matter shirt, and then come and double down. Hold up, y'all. Yes, I'm talking about it because we sending our kids to this academy where he's over. That's who you want your kids to have influence over your kid. And then he posted something yesterday with a sign. I want y'all to see his ass. Look, I hope y'all see that. Yeah, y'all can see that. And guess what's said on the sign? The same people mad at me for wearing a White Lives Matter shirt idolized my white wife and made her family rich. Well, I ain't make them rich. I ain't idolizing them. I think they pretty. I think they fine. Yes, I do. Them Kardashians. Yes, I do. But I ain't supported now. I don't watch the Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I don't buy the makeup. I don't buy nothing to have anything to do with him or with them. But this, then he'll come down and double down. But he got a Donda Academy where people are leaving their high schools and going and play for this academy. And I forgot, it's an astronomical amount of money to go there a month if they don't give you no scholarship to play. Oh, it's insane. But we just got to get smarter, man. And I know y'all gonna fight me on it because y'all so used to. We so used to, man. We just so used to people whooping our behinds, and doing us wrong. We just become accustomed to trauma. We just okay. Well, Robert, that's just the way it is, Robert. It's always been like that, Robert. It don't always have to be like that. It don't always have to be like that. Happy birthday to Ivan Pettit. Shout out to my man Rice, finest best basketball players to come go to Rice. Met this guy a long time ago. We used to go at it in the gym. Ivan Pettit, great man. Happy birthday to him. Have y'all hold up, y'all? I had something. I hope. Please tell me that I put it up there. And hold up, y'all. I got to show y'all something. I got to show y'all something. Maybe I should have put it in my background. But I got something for y'all. Hold on. Y'all ever had this before? Hold on. I gotta show y'all something. Where my people at? I didn't know. I know I put it in here somewhere. I'm so mad at myself. Oh, I know I put it in there somewhere. Oh, I just might have put it in my phone. Hold on. Oh, there it is right there. There it is right there. I didn't put it in my phone, man. I can't. Y'all, have y'all ever had, this on my cheat day? Uh, uh, have y'all ever had, watch this. I got to make sure I get it right. Have y'all ever had some blue pancakes topped with hazelnut butter and blackberries on top? Y'all ever had something like that? Listen to me. I got to put it up there. Some point in the day, I got to put it up there. But I'm going to keep going. I just wanted to let y'all know. Man, I saw this basketball game last night. Y'all watching basketball. I know it's a lot of stuff, football going on. Y'all remember when I came on this show last year and was talking about, I think something is wrong with Russell Westbrook. Really, I really do. Y'all got to realize now, he was one of my favorite players. What's going on? Anybody see the Lakers play last night? He's still shooting. Listen, young men, coaches. Why my coaches? I need my coaches today. I got something for the coaches today. Y'all need to text them. Text them, tag them. I need my coaches today. Why are you? What's up, Carlos Young? Carlos. Why is Russell Westbrook still shooting 3-pointers? Why he can't make a layup? I just need. Why in whatever year in, he going to the basket out of control and making and missing free throw the whole goal. Y'all got to help me. I need my coaches out here, man. Carlos, Dad Moody, you call games. How many kids do you see missing the whole goal on the free throw line? That is Moody. At the free throw line, you missing the whole damn goal. I ain't picked up a basketball and shot it in so long, I don't know what's going on. I ain't gonna miss the whole rim. That's why I said something wrong with it, Kendrick Lewis. Carlos, I understand why he got a job, but can't he do his job a little bit better? You know how I am. I ain't gonna try to take nobody's job. But I would like for you to do your job a little bit better. Do y'all want to talk about this? Tell me, Alfio, Carlos, I hadn't seen your name on here in a long time, Carlos. Y'all tell me what y'all want to talk about. Give me some, because I got a million topics. Give me some things that going into the weekend, that happened last night, that's been on y'all mind. Just put them on the screen. Put them on the screen. Because I want to share with y'all some a little bit. Just share something with y'all. Just put them on the screen, and I'm gonna try to lock them in. And I'm just trying to see where to go from here. I'm trying to see the Warriors are reviewing Draymond Green's altercation. Green had reported through a punch at Jordan Poole. Their teammates, obviously, and won the world championship with Golden State Warriors last year. They were at practice on yesterday, and the two have been verbally going back and forth and pushing and stuff like that, and it escalated when Draymond took a swing and made contact. The Warriors are considering disciplinary actions against Draymond Green for escalating the practice encounter. Should they suspend him? Yes, especially if he connected on the punch. Okay. Let's go there. What up, Brad? Every now, let me get my rap thing, right? Every now and again, you give the knuckle game a test. But I won't fess. I just get rid of the stress. And then shake hands like a man, cause it's a family thing. Only the crew would understand. I know that was a little bit before y'all time. Hey, Sonya, I ain't never been no rapper. Sonya, who was that, son? Every now and then you get another. That is booty. Every now and then you give your knuckle game a test. But I won't fess. I just get rid of the stress. You know what I'm saying? And shake the hands like a man. Because it's a family thing. Only the crew would understand. Yeah, son. I'm getting there, baby. y'all can tell me that. But yes, man. Now, what y'all think about this, man? Y'all got to talk to me. Y'all talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Well, at least I got a golf game to stick to, Don Hall. What you gonna stick to? Yeah, how about that? What you gonna stick to? At least I got a golf game to stick to. since you want to get up there and talk crazy, what you gonna stick to? Kevin Freitman just started playing last week. I'll sick him on you. What's up, Kevin Freitman? You okay? Hey, no, you ain't. Hey, you shouldn't have to say you got a golf game. Somebody else should come on here and say you got a golf game. But yeah, tell me, yeah, he got a golf game. Yeah, you play golf. A lot of y'all pick up a golf club and play it. I'm talking about going low, baby. I'm talking about going low. Y'all hold up, y'all. But back to the show. Back to the regular. Boy, did nobody know where that rap came from? I can't believe you. What more rappers at? That was Eric B. and Rakim. Yeah. What's going on? That a What's Going On song a long time ago. Okay. I hear you. I hear you talking. Don Hall, you got my number. You tell me when you want to play. You tell me, and you bring and show me the money. Yeah. What's my best round score? I don't know, Landon. What's your best score? We didn't know Curtis Blow had lyrics. Okay, I'm Curtis Blow now. Okay, y'all doing the Don Hall. I can't wait. I love when somebody get to run in their mouth. You better be able to catch. I hope your game can cash that check. Your mouth just cost you, Donald Hall. I hope you can. But what's up there, Coach? Coach, what happened, Coach? What you excited about? What's the news, Jeremy Johnson? Let us know. You don't have to place no bet on me. Bet on yourself, Landon Outwan. That's what I learned. That's what I like about golf. Bet on yourself. No. Bet on yourself. Francesca, what? Yeah, it's a 90 shooter. Hey, Boom. It's a 90 shooter trying to call me out. Thank you, Boom. Hey, a 90 shooter trying to call me out. And I want to know, Francesca, you know I'm going to stop the show until you tell me what they congratulating you about. Eric Boone, take care of my lightweight for me, Eric Boone. Kevin Freitman said he's sitting by a pool. Kevin Freitman, you don't work no more? Wait a minute, ain't school in? He a school teacher sent me talking about he's sitting by the pool. You having your class by the pool? Is school in? Yo, wait a minute. The hell you say? Wait a minute, I got a question. Is school in today? Kevin Freitman, you don't teach school no more? He's sending me a view of him by the pool. Boy, y'all crazy. Wait a minute, what was I talking about? Francesca! I guess she don't want to let us know what's going on. I mean, he got all famous this period, Hannah. He got my son, Fran. I'm used to Fran. I ain't used to Francesca. I'm sorry, miss. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm thinking, okay. My bad. Yes. I just talked about your son a minute ago. I just talked about him. I was just thinking about they bringing the Breakfast Club to Beaumont United. That means the young kids and the young girls get up early in the morning. Michael Jordan made it famous when he was Chicago Bulls. He made it famous for I ain't, excuse me, sir. You keep running your mouth and putting these ignorant ass Francesca, I'm glad you here. You all you gotta do, son, if you want to be famous, I'm gonna put you on the screen. So when I tie your ass up, I'm gonna come back and tell them. I ain't playing with your group. I'm going to play you. And you bring your wallet. We ain't got to play in no group. It's mano a mano, Don Hall. Whenever I see you, it's on. You just let me know when you gonna play. And that's it. Now let me get back to the people that's important. Friend, let me tell you something. Your son changed the culture. Listen, and I'm telling this to other people. When you have an offspring that said, man, I'm trying to get so good at something, I'm gonna get up early in the morning before school start and go get better. Michael Jordan, he did that. He made it famous. He had a Ronald Harper and all the guys who wanted to get up early in the morning. They come call the Breakfast Club, come work out before practice. And your son, he even spilled over to the girls were coming in and getting extra work in. And I've been around high school sports all my life. And Francesca, I never heard of somebody filling up an auditorium before for a young man's announcement. I've been to gyms. It ain't been. They filling up the whole. I mean, it's be a little spot over here and a little spot over there, and then Jimmy was giving me videos of the kids walking and coming through. Then the other players from Silsby, football players, everybody coming in and just having and came in and support this young man. So, and that's what I would like for the whole community to do. The people in Houston, some kids had their thing, their announcements. It wasn't like this. You follow me? So, I think us as a community, because this is a milestone. Whenever somebody give you and you commit and you sign it to go to a school, man, it prevents the mom and dad from having to pay for their education. That's why I understand you parents, y'all get upset, y'all do this and stuff about your kids playing basketball, about your kids, kids doing this, your kids doing this, your kids doing this, but it's a right way to do this thing. And I keep trying to tell you, everybody's not gonna play in college. I done said this a million times. Everybody ain't gonna play in college. And the guys that get a chance to do it, take my hat off to you. Shout out to all the guys who thinking about it. But if the Division I deal don't go through, remember it's like musical chairs. It's less chairs than there are people. It's less spots on college basketball teams. Notice I didn't say Division I. It's less college players. Ain't but 13 scholarships. If your son to get, I know you want your son to get one. Believe you me. I was the same way. I wanted my son, but I did more than one. I prepared him that if he wanted to get a scholarship, he could have had it. But that's how you put yourself. Everybody ain't gonna be in the NBA. And that's what I try to get these people to understand. Everybody's not gonna be in the NFL. I keep saying this, and I'm going to keep saying this over and over. 17 to 20 million people in the United States. Black people. Black people, right? Ain't but 1,500 of them altogether are professionals in NBA, NFL, and singers and dancers and all that. It ain't that many of them. So it's a lot of other things you can be. You follow me? And that's all I be trying. I ain't trying to, people talking about you kill your dreams. I'm not trying to kill nobody's dream. But every time I'm going to the gym, I went to the gym last night. Got to see a couple of players in there that I hadn't seen in a while. We just got so much work to do. I try to give y'all an insight to what's happening in basketball globally. Yesterday, Chris Walker kept butting in, and I hope y'all saw around. I hope y'all got a message out of what we were talking about yesterday, and because it was really, 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 really informative, and because I keep looking at the foreign players, and if you have time, tape it tonight. If you can tape it, I think at 2:00 today. As soon as we get off the show, Victor Wembanyama and Scoot Henderson would play the game too. It's always the game after the game. These the number one and number two player supposedly be in the draft. They're gonna play against each other again today. They played the other night. One had 37, one had 26, 28, something like that. Then they playing again tonight. You remember, we always talk about it's the game after the game. The game after the game. So one of ESPN channels, I don't know what channels, ESPN channel, I don't know the channel. I already taped it already because if I don't have time to see it, I can go back and watch it. But, next year, if things work. But you know what? I saw something, and I want to share with y'all. I like the agent for Victor Wembanyama. He said something key. He said, "There's no plan," because a lot of this is the stuff Chris Walker, this Chris Walker's now. I wish he was here. No, because I got to get a point across. I'll wait. I'll bring him on when we don't see us in America. Jimmy mentioned it yesterday. We have duck season. Duck mean I gotta do pretty good. Eric got a guy pretty good. Kevin Allen got a guy. I'm ducking them because I don't want to lose my. If I play against him and he beat me, then they're gonna put him over me. I'm ducking him. This young man, y'all hear me on this one. He did not have to come to America. America come over there. He was 16 years old. Never forget, I heard an interview, and this guy, 16, saying, when it's his time, when he come over here, he gonna be the number one pick. This 2 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, Victor Wembanyama. Let me explain to y'all. Most kids, you saying kids don't duck, adults do. Thank you, Dwayne. Adults, okay? This culture over here. Thank you, Mark Edwards. Duck season. I'm ducking. Kevin Allen, dude, ranked number 4. I'm ranked number 1. I don't want to play Kevin Allen coach if he beat me. But this young man, listen, y'all got to hear me. Before somebody coming to, he playing in the French. Listen, that French team, the league is going on over there. They stopped what they were doing to get on a plane and bring him over here. West Scooter Henderson ass, little ass that. I'm a block his shot 5 times. You follow me? I don't think y'all. I just don't feel y'all. I just don't feel the energy. That French team that Wembanyama is playing on, that's not an all-star team. That's his team. They playing overseas. They got a schedule. They stopped in the middle of their schedule to come all the way to Las Vegas to play this game. And then the NBA executives tell my man, you need to shut him down. Don't let him play. Dude, I'm a professional. I'm on a team over here. They pay me. The hell? What the hell is wrong? You allow Chet Holmgren to go play in a bullcrap game in Seattle, but this man getting paid, he's a pro already. Okay, he ain't in high school. And y'all telling him to shut it down, the NBA, shut him down. Yeah, he tall. Yeah, he can get hurt. Somebody sending me some crazy ass text this morning. Y'all, the agent said though, there's no plan to shut Victor down until the draft. He insists that there is no plan to listen to some NBA team executive with they soft ass who suggested shutting the number one until June. Shut down until the draft. Dwayne Bowden. They already had a check. But I'm just saying. I don't think you heard what I said, Dwayne Bowden. Let me talk to you a little slower. They want him to shut it down. He's a professional too. He's under contract with his team too, Dwayne Bowden. And they trying to suggest that he shut down so he won't everybody get hurt. No, but when you see, that's what I'm telling y'all. When y'all put comments on here, you got to add context to it. But let me tell you something. The agent said, man, if I came in there with that kind of talk to Wembanyama, he'll look at me and say, man, what the hell are you talking about? He'll never agree to no mess like that. This the same young man now who walk in the gym. And they interviewed him. He said, yeah, Scoot Henderson is good. And if I wasn't born, he'd probably be the number one pick next year. Did y'all hear what this young boy said? I still don't think y'all. I mean, the kid said he wants to compete and get better. Y'all wonder why guys like Chris Walker want to defend American players, and all I was doing is giving you facts? I wasn't talking about the American players. I'm an American, but I'm watching the climate. Talked to a guy one day, man, he too good to play in this event. Talking about a player, I ain't gonna even call it a player. He too good to play. Justice Winslow, Aaron Harrison, Justin Jackson, Kelly, all these they done played in this event. But you too good to play in the event? Don't y'all know that Victor Wembanyama, if he didn't come over here, he was still going to be the number one pick in the draft? But he wanted to smoke. Ain't that the dude up there? He want all the smoke. He was pissed off. Why? Because they lost the game the other night. He didn't want to lose to no damn G League elite. And people talking about Scoot. I like and as impressive. This article says, as impressive as Scoot Henderson potential appears as a franchise lead guard, it is Wembanyama's unprecedented combination of skills. Did y'all see what this 7'4" man was doing? 5 block shots. And I don't know how many alters. Coming and pulling up off the dribble, off the catch, off the down screen. 18 years old. We don't even know how to play yet. But then when I try to explain stuff like that to people who have been ingrained for so long in this culture, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. 7 3-pointers. Think about it. How many times, Eric Bowen, how many times does somebody call you and tell you, man, come see this dude? I'll never forget, I called you and told you to come see a player. And you said, man, I didn't know this dude was this good. See, I ain't going to, listen to me, I ain't going to tell you to go see no player. Unless that player, I said, this dude on the biggest stage, he came all the way across this water to play. He already had number 1 pick secured. He came all the way to play against the number 2 pick to show y'all I'm going to bust his little ass. That man said when his handle get tighter, he will be really unfair. When his handle get tighter. Jeremy Johnson, I want to see your damn handle then. He can out-dribble you now. He got to step back, to cross over, to behind the back, to spin. What tight? What? He's 7 foot. It's hard to the ball going too far, Jeremy Johnson. I'm trying to see. He said when his handle get tight. Ain't nobody. Did anybody take his ball this week in the game? What game were you watching? What's up, Jonathan Bob? Jonathan Bob, did you see? I'm talking about Victor Wembanyama right now. This man said, "Oh, let me put that on. Yeah, I'm finna get him. I'm gonna get him." He said when his handle get tight. Did anybody see the game? Did anybody see this boy doing this stuff, man? I don't think y'all know how hard it was. He didn't have no high school players playing against him, y'all. Them was old-ass pros. Other than Scoot Henderson. John Jenkins been in the league for 100 years. You knew he was coming, and he still gave you 37. Your game plan was to stop him, Darryl Barnes. Jeremy. Your game plan, you done seen all kind of film on him, and he still had 37. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm just going through some stuff, y'all. Just thinking about y'all. That's why I ask you, if you're starting NBA team, franchise today, take him out. That's why I ask y'all, sign any player, who would it be? And then I watched the game last night with the Lakers. Hey, man, don't y'all let nobody ever tell y'all. I'm finna tell y'all this one more last time. I've never seen anything like what LeBron James is doing in my life. Never. Been around this game a long time. In the 20th year, this dude different, man. This guy, man. I just don't even, I don't. Y'all do me. Hey, y'all do me a favor. Y'all go back 20 years. Find me 20 years of somebody. 20 years in his 20th year doing what this man is doing. And I'm glad you brought that up, Landa. Y'all realize the reason this young man ain't gonna struggle like y'all remember Giannis kind of struggled. Giannis struggled so much. Y'all keep forgetting. Y'all have revision, or y'all have a recency bias. Giannis struggled so much. He got Jason Kidd ass fired. Y'all remember that? Jason Kidd was Giannis' coach. Did we easily forget? Giannis wasn't Giannis. This guy can shoot the piss out the ball right now. You can't body him up out there. Somebody said, imagine if he built his body up like Giannis. Giannis can't shoot. No, don't do that. Man, Angel, stop it. Angel was crazy. Angel, I ain't gonna even put that on the screen. What's up there, Ken Lofton? I'm just talking about this phenomenon, man. I mean, I've been mentioning him on and off, and I know y'all been saying, I showed y'all a video of him a long time ago, and I know y'all was just saying. But LeBron said last night, y'all been throwing this, James Wiseman talking about he's a unicorn. Some of these other players talking about their unicorn. LeBron James said, this boy ain't no unicorn. This boy's an alien. Jeremy Johnson, the man can shoot already. And hold up, when he get his handles tight, who gonna guard him? Y'all, let me tell y'all something. In this 20th year, you can see the offseason. Let me tell you something. Everybody, listen to me, y'all. This is what I love to see people talking about this, right? In his 20th year, you can see an offseason work. Let me tell you something. I know a lot of people who in the offseason put in work. Let me tell you, Roach. That man, LeBron, been touched by a higher power. I don't know what you believe in. Been around pros for 30 years. All of them work hard, just like he worked. Russell Westbrook worked hard, just as hard as LeBron James. It's a higher power. Then came down and put that hand on LeBron James. Hey, Wendy, I saw you. I saw you from afar. Yeah, I went by. I went by my favorite. I went by the Hurricanes. I went over on Hurricane Lane last night at the what's that? To watch it's a little summer league. Fall league stuff. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Y'all looking at Wembanyama's body, right? He's skinny. He's just as big as Kevin Durant. Wasn't Kevin Durant good as a rookie? You know why? He could shoot. Y'all worrying about muscle volume and all that. He can shoot. And he got it up here. Who gonna come out there and guard him? Yes, them Johnson boys, big as hell. I did not know them little boys and grown up like that, man. Wendy's two sons, I went to, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now I see what you're saying, Wendy. I, I take everything back. I see what you're saying. They talk. I went to the gym and watched some high school basketball last night. I ain't seen nobody shooting like this 18-year-old boy. Dwayne, Dwayne, I love it. Dwayne watched the game. Jeremy, he even got the Hezo in his game. He can change pace and change speeds. Haslam do work. You have no idea how hard Adonis Haslam worked. He worked on his skill level. He got limited skill level. He didn't work. No, but nobody like LeBron. And no, he's not stealing. Yeah. If you had a team and if you knew what was going on in this NBA, and you was one of these billionaires and had a team, Herb Ledee, you probably have him on your team too. You probably sign Andre Iguodala, you'll have him on your team. But back to Draymond. We all over the place. I just had to let y'all understand about Draymond. One thing I do like about Draymond and this dust up, I don't believe in putting your hand on nobody. Oh, I'm gonna push and shove, but if we're gonna fight, let's fight. But at a workplace, you get fired if you throw a punch. In a workplace. If I was working with you and I smack the hell out of you, I can get fired. Okay, that's why when y'all be talking about these, but it's not fair, man. This is different. This is an illogical business. The NBA and all of them, illogical business. Challenge. Trying to see what was happening with Draymond, because Draymond do calculated stuff, y'all. I was listening to him the other day and doing media day, and he said a lot of stuff he do is calculated. I was hearing somebody talk about, most times that's why a lot of teams don't repeat, because they get complacent. Look what's going on with the Los Angeles Rams. That's why it's hard to repeat. So Draymond, I don't know. I'm speculating. Draymond he challenged Kevin Durant. So you think he ain't gonna challenge this guy? You think he ain't gonna challenge this youngster dude? I saw some stuff, y'all, and I saw some stuff, and I want y'all to be aware of too. He's challenging his future stars. Will this propel this team who just won the championship, who's about to get a ring next week? They're gonna have a ring ceremony. Will this propel them to not be apathetic? Notice those championship teams: the Rodmans, the Bowings, the Haslams, Herb Ledee, talking about grinning and skinning about Haslam, because he ain't never been around him and never. I don't know if he was a kid. If you ever been around UD, you'll know what he brings to anybody's organization. And he is the first one in the gym and the last one with 6% body fat on him. I try to like Draymond because of his hard work, but it's hard. Yeah, 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 yeah. Maybe the young fella, y'all got to realize Tyler Hero just got rewarded. They in the same class. They gave Tyler Hero $100 million. Okay? See, this when I tell you, I keep trying, who represents you matters. Jordan Poole. Who your agent is matters. Some of these agents, y'all don't understand. They just, oh, the first deal is a rookie deal. I don't have to do much. I can sit back. Now his ass got to work. So the kid could be upset because what? Got 11 days for them to what? Give that extension. And it ain't happening. Maybe the kid's frustrated. I don't know. I got a question for y'all. If Jordan Poole wasn't on the Warriors team, would he be just another guy? A Jag? Son, if he was on another team, y'all got to remember he was in the G League. I don't think that. Karen Roach, no. How in the hell are you going to get jealous of somebody getting a big bag from somebody else? Draymond Green is jealous? Did y'all see this? I'm gonna put it on the screen. With a little jealousy sprinkled in because Poole is due. Stephen Curry got $200 million down college contracts. You gonna get jealous of Poole for getting 100? Don't make sense, Karen. Karen Roach, make that make sense for me. Make that make sense. Would Jordan Poole, if he wasn't on this team, yeah, Clay got a bag. He didn't do it to Clay. So I just asked, do he want to move on? Do he think he can be the Steph of another team? Maybe the man just telling me, because it was some reports. I didn't report it. I'm gonna share that with y'all in a minute. Let me find it for you. Let me find a report. Let me find a report. I didn't like this. And what's my man name? Chris Haynes. Chris, I didn't like this one. I hope you watch this show. Chris reported there was a physical altercation at the Warriors practice today that had the team considering disciplinary actions toward Draymond Green. Okay. Then he said Draymond Green was apologetic. Y'all watch this. In the aftermath of the altercation with Poole. But there was a buildup stink. This Chris Haynes, go get his tweets. There was a buildup steaming from teammates noticing a change in Poole's behavior throughout camp, with the guard on the verge of securing a lucrative extension. Tell me why I don't like that. I wish I could put it up on the screen. I need to find it. Tell me why I don't like that. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Ken Lofton. Ken Lofton, thank you, man. See, sometimes y'all, on this show, I want us to think. ain't about Draymond this dude getting a bigger dude. Guys today, Kerwin Roach, getting bigger salaries than guys of the past. Everybody know that. Oscar Robertson got less money. Draymond Green is on the end of his contract. He can't get mad at. He's not mad at this guy. That don't make sense. No, I don't like Chris Haynes writing that down. It sounds like clutch talking. Chris Haynes cool with the clutch people. Draymond Green is clutch. Chris Haynes, see, this is something that I know. Chris Haynes depends. You remember I told you it's two kind of access journalism. In the NBA, it's not real journalism to me. Real journalism, go find the facts and report the facts. They got a new thing called access journalism. I'm cool with Darryl Barnes. Darryl Barnes gonna give me news. I'm cool with Kerwin Roach. Kerwin Roach gonna give me news. And some older players, I ain't jealous of this boy. Some older players are jealous of the fact. I strongly disagree with what you're talking about. Because all these young players getting paid. Duh! This system, Kerwin Roach, is set up for you to get paid. Tyler Hero just got paid. I ain't heard nobody hit him in practice. Kerwin Roach. DeAndre Ayton just got paid. I ain't heard nobody swing on him, and he ain't even spoke to his coach. See, sometimes y'all just say stuff. And some older players are jealous. Draymond Green is not jealous of this boy. Let's get that out the way. Just get that out the way. Draymond Green, listen, Draymond Green is not jealous of this kid. I don't know what it is, but I don't like what Chris Haynes wrote. It's too one-sided. Access journalism. Boy, look at it. Mark, let me explain to y'all how this NBA works. They got two white guys. Shams Charania, he might be something else, but he probably identifies white. Shams Charania paid a whole lot of money having access to the agents and the agencies. Shams Charania. Woj got access to the GMs. The Danny Ainges of the world and the Daryl Morris of the world. Chris Haynes know a lot of the black agents. And a lot of, he got some, but he ain't quite there yet. So he said, let me see, bring Jimmy in. Hold on. He said, y'all listen to the words. I'm going to do them one more time. Hold up, Jim, I got you. Chris Haynes wrote, go to his Twitter if you want to see it, the full tweet. He said, Draymond Green is apologetic in the aftermath of the altercation with Jordan Poole. But there was a buildup stemming from teammates noticing a change in Poole's behavior throughout camp. Why is he writing some about Poole? We know you suck up the clutch, Chris Haynes. See, I know. No, y'all don't know. I know. He suck up the clutch clients. But he writing something, seemed like he's taking up for Draymond, who is a clutch client, and throwing Poole under the bus, because he said Poole, several teammates, has noticed a change in Poole's behavior throughout camp with the guard on the verge of securing a lucrative extension. changing behavior. See, I want y'all to watch the narrative seeds that are being painted. I want y'all to start looking at this stuff, man. He painted a narrative for y'all. And hope y'all follow that narrative. Draymond Green is trying to win another championship. So if he bust him in his mouth, which was wrong, it had to do with him winning a championship. Karen Roach ain't had nothing to do with the boy getting he gonna get a bag. Draymond Green is jealous because somebody else is getting some money. I want y'all, I'm trying to educate y'all so y'all won't be going for this damn clickbait and going like Woj and them just and Shams just threw us off a building with the Emi Udoka thing last week, a few weeks ago. We got to understand, everybody know, Wiggins up for an extension. He ain't swing on Wiggins. So don't put it out there like, think a little bit more. Draymond Green jealous of the young fella because he about to get a bag. Draymond Green gets bagged up, player. You better go look at his dossier. And I'm not just talking about on NBA. In NBA. He ain't hanging with Maverick and LeBron for nothing. Draymond Green, y'all better go look at them credits. He on them credits and some of this stuff that's being going on. Executive producing and producing. But Jimmy, I'm gonna bring you in. We was just talking. I was just going around the world, Jimmy, talking about a certain thing. They brought up these subjects, and you know I'm gonna handle them as much as I can. No, I don't know if he's gonna try to sign with Clutch or not. I wasn't going that far. Hey, that man want to hear. Hey, that Thaddeus Moody don't forget nothing, Jimmy. I told him yesterday. I got to tell. Don't remind me. I got to tell y'all about Emmett though. Let me tell y'all something. Thaddeus Moody. I got to tell you. Thaddeus Moody. I'm gonna tell y'all in the best way I can. Okay. All right. Thaddeus Moody. I wasn't there. Thaddeus Moody. I wasn't there. But it's a young lady who they had a relationship. Okay. The girl tried to Emmy just ain't no player, Jimmy. Jimmy and Emmy and Jimmy. Emmy ain't no player. Jimmy ain't no player either. He married. He ain't married. He married. He ain't no player. He probably used to be, and he ain't no player no more. But Emmy and Jimmy, that's your name. Oh, okay. Jimmy. Emmy go tell the girl, Nia coming down here to live with me. We got to move her there. Girls, we done. Oh, hell no. He ain't doing it to you like I'm doing it to you. Talking about her husband. Jimmy, they had it all. Jimmy, they was FaceTiming. And something that was FaceTime. It was somehow the ring caught it up, the ring. And the man on your ring, somehow the man found everything that Emmy was saying to the wife about him. Jimmy, they had to get rid of little Emmy. Little Emmy was trying to knock off everybody's wife around there, man. Your culture, y'all notice the man said, hey man, Wick Grossbeck said, man, when I found out all the facts, if y'all go back to the press conference, Jimmy, little Emmy just was off the chain, man. That's all, y'all. And he just talking crazy to the girl and all that kind of stuff. The husband heard he going to be trying to bogart the girl back and all that kind. I mean, but you know what? You know what I love about what's her name? They was trying to work it out. Jimmy, they really wasn't together like they said. Everybody think they were together. They really wasn't together. But guess what? They, hey, that's my baby mama. I might go mess with her every now and then. Y'all that kind. But they was in the process because they want the son to be out there, all that, right? So TMZ was in LA and came up to your girl while she was coming out of Whole Foods. And what she said, what Sonya, what Mindy, what Mindy? Jimmy, the dude said, hey, y'all gonna work on this thing? And you and Emmy, y'all gonna work on this thing? Get what she said, y'all. Huh? When a black woman said, huh? Start laughing like, huh? She just laughed. She said, huh? Like, you got, dude. That's all she said, Jimmy. But the dude, he had no comeback for it. And the little boy didn't say nothing. He just got on in the car. He well versed. He didn't say, leave my mama alone. Because most of these little kids, leave my mama alone. He didn't say nothing. He just got his little ass in the car. But she said, huh? I said, wow. Jimmy, Emmy off the chain. That's some more stuff I can't tell y'all. But let me tell you, I just want to let y'all know, Emmy was, and the girl was a subordinate. She was Brad Stevens' assistant. Jimmy, I don't know if you know, the Boston Celtics got soundproof coaches' offices. And y'all gonna use your imaginations. Soundproof coach's office. It was a reason why. Because if I'm in there chopping Jason Tatum up or Jason chopping, stop, man. I'm in there talking crazy to Jaylen Brown. I don't want to hold everybody. So the coaches' offices, Jimmy, are soundproof. Also, Brad Stevens likes to go home. The president don't be at the offices all the time. Sometimes his assistant works a little later. Guess who's around? The head coach, Emmy. So I don't know what happened, Jimmy. I don't know. But little Emmy was something else. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Little Emmy, but no, what's up, man? How you doing, man? What's going on? Hey, man, thank you yesterday.
We got so much to talk about, man. In so short a time.
Let's go.
Well,
you just what's this stuff?
I'm gonna let you soak on that first. So we go on something else.
Okay.
And I'm going to you soak on that. Of course, I don't know what all you talked about. I know Wes. That was a great experience yesterday.
Wesley Yates. I talked about him. Yeah.
You guys missed the convo. You go check it out on yesterday's Chop Shop show. I'm just awestruck, and remember, and then there was something that you said that I told you brought up when we were talking with Wes. I said we bring it up today. It was asked about a topic, so I don't remember what it was. You can bring it up when you think about it.
What I talk about? What? Say it one more time.
It was something that it was a question that you had asked me toward the end of our convo. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, let's defer it
about the young players leaving. Yeah. And staying.
So versus staying. So that's I get into that first.
Can I help Darryl Barnes out right now? Darryl Barnes, go back. I'm gonna send you a text on a show to go back and look at. I explained why they didn't fire him. It's a very good reason why they didn't fire him.
That's a good question because everybody.
No. But I went back, Jimmy. I done explained that shit 3 times on 3 separate shows. I ain't got time to do it today. They gonna have to go back. You should have watched the show that day. But keep going, Jimmy. But I explained it. I'll let y'all know. I'll tweet it out for you, Barnes. The show that I talked about that on. But come on, Jimmy. So this is a long thing.
Again, the question is that you posed yesterday was in regards to people leaving. Now, what's that question again? I want to make sure that way people can hear it that are watching. And let's get to this.
And Jimmy, all I was thinking about as you were talking to me, you were up there, right? You were telling me all the people coming. Then you sent me a picture, the news people, everybody coming in, standing in the room. You paint that picture, Jimmy. That's an experience that Wes and me and you gonna have for the rest of our life.
Mm-hmm.
That can't be experienced going off the Link and Tink and Mink and Dunder Academy and all of that. It's not going to be experienced. Not to say if that's where you want to go, you can go, young man. I ain't telling you where to go. Because those same people tried to pursue this guy. But this guy, Jimmy, were you telling me players from other teams, top-ranked players, didn't sit back and say, man, I ain't gonna, man, I'm going to support my dude. That's a part of my community. Football players, you said, I heard the dude say, we on the football team. It's part of his community. So, Jimmy, I mean, that just, Jimmy, I mean, listen, parents, I want y'all to hear this again. Eric Bowens, if you want to go out of town, take your ass out of town. But you won't be able to experience this. But, Jimmy, there you go.
Yeah, and Wesley Yates III was at a crossroads because there's a lot of people in our community that have been spewing a narrative that Houston, people in Houston, the powers that be within greater Houston ain't gonna show you love.
No love. Yes, I've been hearing that.
They all get love in DFW. And I told you, this is the first biggest mistake you can make. Dallas made the same mistake 10, 12 years ago when they were focusing so much on what Houston was doing instead of what's going on in Dallas. Well, now greater Houston appeared to have been in a cloud to where you were focusing so much on what's going on in Dallas and you don't realize how good you have it in your area. Sure, Dallas is king right now in high school basketball. The key two words of that is right now. This stuff goes in peaks and valleys. It has done so since the beginning of how would I say it? Since the schools were integrated. It's been peaks and valleys. Some schools have had their runs for a couple of years. Then the other city will have their runs. It's always been like that. Well, take that, exclude the 70s, because pretty much Greater Houston ran the 70s. But now back to this. What Wesley Yates III, what happened on yesterday, a packed house. I don't think you guys may have realized this wasn't one of those small auditoriums. This was a regular large size auditorium. When this auditorium, I don't know how many it held, and I get the number if you guys want it later. For us, what's the capacity of the seating in that auditorium? But the fact still remains: it was standing room only. That takes more than your immediate family. That takes more than your basketball program. That takes more than your neighbors. It takes more than some of your just your friends, people that you actually would call friends. It takes a unified effort to pack an auditorium for people. That means people had to take off work. People had to miss school. And how I said one school, we applaud the young men that came from Silsby High School. But there was another school where a couple of players, including their leading scorer, came as well. Kuntz High School. Kountz.
Yes, Kuntz, yes. Yeah, yes.
So applaud. So that means your principal, your administrators on duty, the CEO of that high school made a decision. They were totally on board with this. It wasn't like y'all can have this, y'all can go in the auditorium across the other side of the parking lot and in the Jackson Auditorium and you can do this. And meanwhile, we'll keep things going with school. No. School did keep going on, and the kids had to make a conscious choice. If you're a student, because it happened right around lunchtime, they have multiple lunches. If you went to this particular announcement for and support West, you cannot leave and go to lunch. Now they had snacks, which was smart to supplement. They had just the right thing for those kids too, which was very well thought out. They had pizza, nachos, cake, and bottles of water.
I ain't know
For
they had some
everybody that
food.
came. I told you they had all that.
You
all
told
that
me the
food.
cake. You didn't tell me about no damn pizza.
I couldn't. I didn't want to say the name, and it made me want to go get some. I know. I went and got me a shrimp salad, and I left there from Mia Juanita's. I'm going back to that joint in Beaumont. Hell, I found me a spot in Beaumont. I'm tired of going to Papados every time I go to Beaumont. Anyway, I've got me a new spot.
I can go to Papados every day, but keep going.
No, I'm going. Tia, trust me. Tia Juanita's.
You can have Tia Juanita's.
But anyway, back to this thing right here. So the kids, that means the effort was there from the administration. So for people to say, and it's not the first time that administration showed a player love for on an announcement. No, I'm saying this was the first time that I know of that has been in basketball in a single commitment, not a duel, not a signing when you have a whole flock of people. No, I'm talking about one person attracted a packed house. If that ain't love, I don't know what is. So guess what happens? So this is what you go say now. Why can't it happen at your school? You know why it happens? Because Wesley Yates' father, he communicates on a regular with his summer coaches.
Mm-hmm.
He communicates every day with his high school coach.
Mm-hmm.
He communicates periodically on a regular, and he acknowledged during that when the dad got up and spoke. He mentioned two names that you guys are very familiar with. He mentioned two names amongst others that he mentioned when he first started playing. He was with the Houston Elite, Rick Nelson.
Right.
He acknowledged Rick Nelson, who was in attendance. Rick Nelson is a head college coach down in Beaumont, ironically. He's from Beaumont. He grew up with the father, with Wesley Yates Jr. Rick Nelson's mother lives in Beaumont still right now. So this is a dream come true for a guy like Rick Nelson. To go back home, get to see your mother in her golden years. And then you get paid, you have a job that you're getting paid to do, and you be around friends that you grew up with. That's a dream come true. And you have no kids in the house with you. Both of his kids are now college graduates. Dream come true. So now back to this Wesley Yates situation. He also acknowledged Clyde Jackson and his efforts with the Gulf Coast Blue Chips. Clyde Jackson was present. I know both of them guys was leaking water out both eyes at that moment.
Had to. Yeah.
Because Rick Nelson, now just think about it. Now I guess I know it was, because I can tell in the voice, because Rick Nelson called me yesterday evening, right before date night, and he was like, yo, man, he said, when guys like us do this stuff, man, he said, all we want to do is, man, is to hear your name, hear somebody say thank you. To hear somebody say thank you, man, and acknowledge you, that's worth it, man. That's what you do it for. Do you understand how many?
Hold up, Jimmy. That's a teachable moment there. I got to cling a bell here, so y'all can let me. I got to ring something. That's a thank you. Okay, it's selfish ass people, but keep going, Jim. Keep going.
And so the thing is, you think about it. How often do you tell people thank you? How often do we just take it for granted that, I tell them tomorrow? We don't say thank you or express gratitude enough. Remember, there's always there's has been for years a stigma about us, our people that whose skin hue resembles ours. Remember, they say we're not good tippers.
Richly melanated people. But keep going.
You see, remember, it's a stigma amongst a certain other sect of society
Yeah.
that
They'll
claims
look at you.
that
Yeah.
we are not good tippers.
Yeah.
In
And
the
miss out on a
restaurant and
good
the
tipper.
entertainment business.
And Jimmy, miss out on a good tipper because somebody else didn't tip
There's
them
a
and
stigma.
treat other people kind of crazy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that means if you're in a good tipper, that's indirectly, that's also saying if you peel back that layer of a tipper, that's a way of expressing gratitude. Remember, on your tips, on your receipts, it says gratuity. Gratitude
Right.
is a word, it's
Yeah.
derived from
Gratitude.
it. So
Gratuity.
if we don't show that means we're not saying thank you by way of our resources. So for some people, guess what? Some people feel too cool to say thank you, Heather. Too cool to say thank you. Your neighbor, it could be trash day. You put your can on the curb, go to work, come back home, your neighbor pulls your can in the yard. Do you say thank you? Neighbor, you don't see him right then. He's because when you get home, it's nighttime or it's evening time. So how do you say thank you? How do you say thank you? Or you next morning you forgot.
I ain't touching them damn folks' garbage. And I don't want them touching mine, but I understand your analogy. I'm not touching theirs. They can't get in the gate no way. That's all right, but keep going.
Have you ever had a neighbor back in the days when y'all yards were close and you got ready to you cut your front yard and they is right there. Got like a little piece right there on the curb. You can just cut there, but some people stop and draw the line right there. Like, and then you got other neighbors, they'll cut your little piece of front yard, the little, not the whole front yard, but the little piece on the other side of the curb or the ditch.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, they cut yours. Uh-huh. Do you go and say thank you? Even when you get home and they're not home?
Yes.
You're supposed to, but I'm saying, what if they're not outside when you get home? So how do you say
thank you? Mindy told me it's the neighborly thing to do. Mindy, I ain't touching nobody's garbage. I want to put mine out there. I ain't touching nobody's garbage. That's just me. I'm not.
No, but if you pull mine in, I'll pull yours in.
No, but I ain't. But guess what? You pull yours in and I pull mine in. It's okay.
And if I understand. It depends on the neighbor.
I ain't neighbor. What Mindy?
I know some neighbors that now what if the trash can has fell over? You pick it up. You put.
I'll do that because I don't want my street to be messed up. Yeah, I do that.
Okay, same thing. Yeah. So anyway, back to this thing right here, man. The love. Mm-hmm. People subscribed, and most people who have planted that narrative, it's a common denominator, guys. Most of those people didn't graduate from a high school in Houston. Who've planting those narratives with you guys. And deep inside, it may feel that they merely just had a complex against H-Town all their life anyway. Some people didn't.
So you think it's outside forces, guys who done came, because this is transient city, Jimmy. I mean, it's a Houston. I mean, y'all, hey, people come to Houston. I came here. So it's a transient city. But I wouldn't dare do that. That's just inside of them people. So I wouldn't just blame it on the people who didn't go. It's the people probably live here just like this. I wouldn't just blame it on one sector, Jimmy, of people because they didn't go to high school here in Houston. That means they trying to hurt Houston. I mean,
I didn't brush the broad straightly. I said that narrative of you ain't gonna get no love from Houston. You need to go somewhere.
Oh, you ain't gonna get no love from Houston.
That narrative is majority of the angles that is coming.
Do you know the people who spread this?
It's hard to.
I mean, do you know?
Label them all. Uh-huh. I know a couple of names.
Okay.
That that I've been told that are spreading this, but that's hearsay. So that's why I can't go out there with the names, because it's hearsay. And both of the 2 or 3 of names that I heard didn't graduate from schools in Houston.
I got you. Okay.
So that don't mean that's the only reason, because that don't mean they don't like Houston. But it's ironic, because if you're not rooted in here and from this city,
okay,
then the level of love that was displayed with Wesley Yates III on yesterday,
you wouldn't understand.
You can't envision it. You can't feel it.
Well, why was I so happy about it then? I mean, because I'm grounded in Houston.
You were happy because the dad has been in contact with you.
No, yeah,
remember? So that means whenever he wins,
Jimmy, I support every kid in Houston.
Yeah, but it's different. It's different when a person, a parent, is dialoguing with you, because that means they're willing to embrace you.
No, but I beg to differ, Jimmy. I went to a fall league last night. I didn't talk to no parent. I just went to a fall league because I wanted to support. I wanted to see some basketball. I went to a fall league basketball game, and just to put my eyes on some of these young players. Yes, I got a relationship with the coach at the fall league, but it's just not because of a parent. Because the parent, hey, I don't know Robert Miller's parents, but boy, I love Robert Miller. So it ain't. I know you're trying to break. I'm just saying, everybody. It don't have to be because the parent converse with me, then I'm going to support the kid. No. Just got that. I got to have some kind of connection, though. Got to have some kind of connection. And me, I just connected to basketball. Y'all got to realize I was a parent in this community. My son played in this community. My son grew up in this community. So, of course, I'm going to be a little different. In no way in the world I'm going to ever say anything talking about Houston don't give you no love. Because I know for 6 years on this show, it's been nothing but love. So that's why it's hard for me, Jimmy, to grasp. A guy that didn't go to high school here talking about your kids almost every day on this show. So to those people who say Houston don't give no love, y'all, if it wasn't for the high school basketball community, this show probably wouldn't exist. This is love. So, Jimmy, maybe we need to explain to people what love is.
Well, the thing is, you want something or somebody who you don't love to love you. I say that again. There are many who want somebody who you don't love, but you want them to love you. Or show you love. You want somebody. Let me reiterate. Let me revive.
Exactly what you're talking about.
You want somebody who you don't show no love towards to show you some love. So where would it come first? Does the horse come first or the carriage come first in this example that I'm planting to you guys? Once again, if you don't show the person any love, but you demand and you want them to show you love in return, or no, in return, I'm sorry, show you love, period. So that
Chris,
means
I'm finna cut you off, Chris, because you got Jimmy skipping. Come on, Jimmy. Yeah, he got Jimmy skipping.
Am I back now?
No, you good. You good. Chris came in with that $2 ass internet and messing the whole thing up. But Jimmy, I'm finna break it down. Put it to you where to go.
Did that hit? Did that? Oh, you guys following?
Is this what you talking about?
We need y'all to share the show right now. How about that?
Share the show.
let's share the show
Yeah.
because y'all know where we going with this topic.
Yeah.
You know already that somebody, these are the ones right now. Because once we get to talking about recruiting and talking about this and talking about this, y'all you go bonkers. That's when go on and let me give you a chance to go on and tag them
Yeah,
right
tell
now.
your friend, tell another friend.
Because hit dogs holler. I can hear them. I can hear them hollering out there right now.
You know what, Jimmy? You got me thinking right now. Okay. I remember you. See, a lot of this stuff, you got to realize a lot of this stuff in this basketball community stems from you. I mean, you are, you accept to whom much is given, much is required. You had accepted being a gatekeeper. So I've seen some people sit around and talk crazy about what you don't know and you don't know, but expect for you to rank and talk about their son.
Yeah.
I'm just giving to y'all where the goats can get it. Y'all sons don't even speak to me and him sometimes.
Yeah. That's called showing love.
They'll walk past people. But y'all expect. See what happens at home. Y'all done talk so negative about Jimmy and Doug and I mean, it's a dude sent me a email. Hold on, let me get to my camera. This big talking about them. They done all seen my son. My son is ranked so and so and so and so. My son is this and my son is this. And ain't now one of them. I'm sick of these. I'm mad at this community. My son ain't got no scholarship. And I blame Jimmy. I blame Doug done seen me. Marcus Sloan done seen me. Jeffrey Day, all of them done seen him play. And they got him ranked number 40. And Mr. Hatter, he still ain't got. And I said, man, everybody ain't gonna play in college, bro. But you're blaming and mad at the world. You said out of his mouth that all of y'all seen him. So y'all went to see him, y'all mean y'all went to evaluate him. And then he messed around and sent me a video. Guess what I told him, parents? Yeah, Robert Haller did this. Player. I ain't said to the boy, hey man, don't send nobody else this video. I'm finna repeat that. Press play. Don't send nobody else this video. Because this video make me don't want to come watch your son play. I don't know where y'all get. If that's his highlight video, I don't never want to see his low light video. But Jimmy, I just don't, y'all got to understand, how can you expect some people watch this show, Jimmy, and won't share it? Or sit here on the whole show and won't share it. Won't tell another parent how it helped them. It's some parents, this show has helped and talked about their kids all through the son's high school. When he graduated, they said F the show. The show that they used to put them in positions and help them navigate this system. They forget about it. They ain't like Ken Lofton's son been gone. He ain't stopped. They ain't stopped watching the show. L.J. Cryer's son been gone. Lionel Cryer been gone. Mick and Lionel on the show every time chance they get. Because this show helped expose your son to stuff. So they want to support it so that the next one, everything is up. The stuff me and Jimmy do, y'all understand. I can keep telling y'all, My son went through this. We didn't have the advantage of this. Jimmy and some dude named Burdette, some Jimmy long time ago, you and this guy, y'all had it was a dial-up show long time ago. What's the guy name? Y'all was on the show. I see you on you on the man. You done hit yourself. You done muted yourself.
Yeah, that was Terry Burdick with the
Every Burdick.
At first it was nothing but net, and then we changed it to thebasketballshow.com.
Guess who used to watch that show?
To
me.
Every Wednesday night at 9 p.m.
I used to watch that show. That show planted a seed. Huh? Yes.
That was a live show.
That show, I know ain't nobody ever told you this. I ain't never told you this story. I watched that show. That show planted a seed. They didn't ever talk about my son. He wasn't good enough then. But now that planted a seed in me so I can be up here consistently every single 4 days a week to pour back in our community because something him and Mr. Burdick did a long time ago. When my son was a little bitty, he was little. He was young, 6th, 7th grade. So, I think, Jimmy, I know you were saying, how you expect people to show you love and you don't show them toxic relationships. I told you about toxic relationships before. That's a toxic relationship. It's one-sided. Even when I come on here and talk about certain kids, it's because I ain't seen your kid yet. Y'all gotta understand the pandemic didn't slip down. I can sneak in the gym a little bit now. But you can't sit up here and just talk crazy about this platform that's helping people. We got a woman in Memphis, Tennessee, who just started watching the show two weeks ago, and she's watching it again right now today. What if me and Jimmy, do they know how close we came to stopping this and shutting it down? I don't think they really know. We was having a ball not coming on the show after Amazing 102. And something bigger than that. Y'all, Shaquille O'Neal done been on this show. Shantae Moore done been on this show. Penny Hardaway, every college coach, Jimmy, you know all the college coaches, they done been on this show. And you will let some, man, I ain't watching. I don't like them. So what? Jimmy, you remember that time that lady called in and said, I'm sitting in here before I go into my chemotherapy. Y'all the best 120 minutes of my day. Never forget this lady saying that. Y'all, we the best 120 minutes of my day. I have to listen to y'all before I go into my chemo. And then years later, if we quit years later, there are bonds in chemo. What if me and Jimmy had stopped? And he couldn't wait to listen to us before or after his chemo. That's how big. I know y'all don't understand. Sometimes we got to explain. Jimmy, you know, I told people about explain to your kids how hard you had it. Explain to your kids, man, that you got all of this now, player. Dude, sometimes I got to explain to y'all. Me and Jimmy just didn't jump on this show and it looked like this. Jimmy, what we used to do, Jimmy, we used to go there. We didn't know if the Bebo camera gonna turn on. But I'm gonna let you finish. I just want people to understand, man. This thing here, this stuff ain't easy as you think. But go back to the love, Jimmy. Give me some more love.
Yeah, I mean that's in a nutshell. You guys, I think you get it, and you see where it was going. And I'll close that topic with, in case you purposely didn't get it, and you just tuned into the Chop Shop, and I just give you I coin the phrase again for you. There are people that don't show others love, yet you want the others to show you love. That's the chain reaction. That's the cause and effect. So that means you leaving out of Houston isn't as a result of them not showing you any love. Maybe it started with you not showing the person any love. And maybe you cared or dared not to.
Right.
And that's the consequence of your choice. And I hate that people who subscribe to such foolery will try to relay it. Man, you see that man, they don't show you love. It's obvious. Everybody parents, is not that complicated. You know what makes it complicated? Is when your expectations exceed the immediate reality. Your expectations are way out further than what the immediate reality is. Meaning that if you attempt, just say, to befriend a person that's in power, or so to speak, to whatever degree it may be, and you're attempting to use that person, use or abuse or forge, that's a better word, forge a relationship with the person solely for the advancement of your kid, then you get what's coming to your ass.
Wait a minute, Jimmy. I didn't get that one, Jimmy. Hold on. I missed something. I missed something.
Mm-hmm.
What happened now?
If
I'm just hanging with you,
yes,
so you can do something for my son.
yes, without you forging it. That means I don't have no problem people doing that, but then you do it and you be like, oh, I don't want nothing, man. I'm just, but then the person knows better. We know what you want. We've seen you coming a mile away. We've seen your kind come and go. So don't act like you don't want nothing. That's why you hear me tell people all the time, what you want from this? What you want out of this? Where you trying to go with this? So that way I can get you out your misery real quick and let you know, hey, man, you're not good enough right now. Right now, I can call some D3s. I can call some other stuff. I'll help you plug you in and tell you where you can go. I can give you a blueprint. But bottom line, if you are trying to forge a relationship with a person, and guess what? And I said you get what's
Forging
coming
ain't
to you.
bad, Jim. I think that's what forging ain't bad. You mean create a
I
relationship
didn't
with
say
somebody
force.
under false pretenses.
Forging, that means you forging somebody's name. You forging is
Oh,
forcing that
as
bad.
forge. See,
I
forge.
say
You can
forging.
forge steel and mold steel. That's called molding a relationship. You talking about you talking about a fraud or
Yes.
fraudulent,
You
a
forge, yeah.
fraudulent relationship. Okay. That's where you call me because you can forge steel together and it merges. So when you say you talking about like a forgery, a
Yes.
fake.
Yes.
A fake relationship. I got
In
you. I
that
got you. Okay.
context.
See, that's
Exactly.
that's why I said it again, because I didn't understand. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So once again, a lot of people out there will say, here's the thing. They will
Give me a
say
for
to you
instance. Could you give us a for instance that didn't
on which
happen to you? Give
that
us a for instance. Yeah.
a person might call and say they got a crawfish ball, and now you invite them over to go eat crawfish. You go eat some bugs. Then all of a sudden, they expect their kid to be right. You get
Hey.
what's coming to you. Hell no. Who told you it worked like that? I'm coming. Now, what that does is it helps us to get on a common ground to form a relationship.
Right.
And
But
it
not
can help
so
benefit.
Jimmy, they expect some immediately. You take me to dinner, you got to give me some. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was then. And then the now come when you realize that other people out there and them same people out there paying other people to market their players. And I'm like, y'all done really went crazy. You thinking you gonna get me for a shrimp basket when you paying $2,500 to these guys? You lost your mind. It don't work like that.
Jimmy, Troy Bieniemy ain't no good. Look what he say, man. Did you go to crawfish? Hell yeah, he went to that crawfish ball. Jimmy ain't missing no crawfish at all.
Once February, March roll around, you got a crawfish. But my thing is, I tell you all the time, I may or may not go. I've missed some as well. But I'm not gonna miss any of them on purpose. But at the same time, what are you expecting? So if you don't sit down at that table and say, man, look, man, I need some help with my son, this and that. What do you think? I'm gonna tell you. It's just like no difference in going to the car mechanic. You hear noise, you take your car there. Think about it. You want to get a tune-up. What you think? Oh man, hey man, it's running fine. Or hey man, you might want to change these spark plugs. I'm just gonna give you your plugs. Your number 6 plug is bad. You might want to change. Okay, know what you're gonna tell that mechanic? Okay, you don't know his last name. You don't know what school he went to. You never met him in your life. Know what you're gonna do? You're gonna believe that mechanic. If the price is in reason. And you know what, man, change that spark plug since I'm here. Now in basketball, it's one of those things where people will lure you to discredit things in order to help you feel better about your odds and your situation. That guy never played. He don't know what he's doing. He don't know what he's talking about. And do you guys understand that, as you said about 2 weeks ago, Heather, if basketball was a time clock, was a job where you had a time clock to clock in and clock out, do y'all understand how many hours I would have at watching and evaluating, not playing, at watching and evaluating? You know how many man hours I would have applied toward watching and evaluating and listening to elders and pillars of the sport, and being in the rooms, gathering notes, being in conversations, traveling all over the country. Do you understand how many man hours that I have towards this craft? Even if it's hard, it's almost impossible for me to not be good at what I do. Almost impossible for me to not be good. I better be good all the time I done spent towards this stuff.
So why would people discount? Because people don't understand the value of education. Y'all listen to me. What he just said, the hours that he's been in the classroom, the gym is a canvas that he's been in the class. He learned every time, every single time. He didn't have to have a professor in there. He's learning by experience, 20 years of experience, 30 years over here of experience of watching this thing. So when y'all go to school for 4 years and don't go to class and think you got it going on. But I used to hear that, Jimmy. Jimmy, I don't hear that as much. He don't play because I explained to him. But he done watched enough of this bad basketball to understand when he sees some good. He done watched this stuff. Like I said, I take my hat off to him and Doug now. I said, man, I go to the gym to see players. Pacific players, they go in the gym to see all the players because it's their job to do so. So when a guy's been doing this for 30 years and got magazines, hold up, y'all, got magazines, did he writing? Somebody getting some love.
I took no classes in
journalism,
in digital media, digital print. I took no classes. I never took a course on Adobe or on all of the software that we use to over the years to do it. So why don't you discount the magazine?
I mean,
do you remember? Do you remember a few years back before they closed down Barnes and Noble and Borders bookstore? Remember before they merged and
yeah,
they closed?
I,
They closed most all of the
I got a
Borders
permanent
down.
seat over to the back right.
And they have some Barnes and Noble still open, but they close all of the
Yeah.
Borders arm of it. Do you guys, the year that President Obama won the election, when it was 2008, the fourth quarter in Borders bookstore in Maryland location,
that was a big one.
right on 610 and right across from the Home Depot.
Yeah.
There was one right there. The fourth quarter of 2008, the only periodical that outsold the magazine on the shelf in that store was Time magazine, and it had President Obama on the front cover when the election was over in November. In the fourth quarter, he won. That's the only periodical, that outsold the magazine. This was in 2008. And people in Borders sent me, they was like, at that time, they invited me into the quarterly meeting. Oh, they was embracing me because it was like, that was unheard of. For something that didn't have a barcode on it at the time. So I mean, you couldn't even look it up. They had to put them at the front counter. Behind, not in one of those things where they buy at the front when you buy real estate. They put it behind, and you had to look for it on the wall. So my thing is, back to the experience factor, all of the hours that I put in, and for you to come and allow some idiots to make you believe that I don't know what I'm doing. When truth be told, they don't even know what the hell I'm doing themselves. How you gonna know I don't know what I'm doing if you don't know how you gonna know where I'm going, where you know where you think I'm doing. You don't know what I'm doing. And that's the thing the fact I want to get you guys to understand. That's when it goes into this narrative about people leaving Houston. You're not getting enough love. Well, you're not giving enough love. You input equals output. I see Mr. Kenneth Lofton on that Mr. Kenneth Lofton. He was in most of the parents who get that love are in constant communication. If your child can play, then we're just serving we're just giving him a power booster. He doesn't need us to play. We're not developing him, your son, but if he can play, it's gonna feel as though you're getting a whole bunch of love. And that's how it's always been. For those, you want us to go and wave the magic wand to make the fraudulent and get you a fraudulent offer from a college. That's what we're not in that business, boo-boo.
Me either.
Don't do that. Don't do that. And that's why so now what happens is it turns people away. They say, well, damn, we don't know what to do. I'm not going to be that parent. What you mean, that parent? The parent who can go and try to find a way to get your son a free education? It doesn't take. Now, the thing is, you have to be willing to understand what level he is right now.
Yeah, right now. And that's the hard part, Jim. Because we have some people around here telling these people something altogether different. They say, well, he's supposed to be here. He this here, he this here. And I mean, parents, we got an email box called chopshophtx@gmail.com. For the last 6 years, people been able to email that and tell us about what you and your son are doing or what your son is doing. If you don't take advantage of that, that's on you. And we reply to everybody. chopshophtx@gmail.com. we allow your son to come on the show and announce his thing, his his uh, 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 his commitment, his recommitment, you know, even if he want to go in the transfer portal. This platform that you won't share is really a platform for y'all. Me and Jimmy ain't got no more kids in this thing. You follow me? That's why you can't let nobody tear down your this goose that's laying golden eggs for y'all. Who else gonna allow your kids a platform like this?
So that's another, man. We go and we got how did you and speaking of the fake offers.
Okay. Come on. We got time. We'll go there.
There was a football coach in Dallas that it was on social media. It's on social media. I say it was. And he makes a statement. He has a player where that he according to the coach, he received an offer from Florida State. And the kids got ready to commit. They committed. Oh, this particular kid committed. As I tell you guys to do all the time. And then he realized that offer was a non-committable offer, which is a fake ass offer. People don't like the word fake. It was a fake offer. And so he went and took
Jimmy, we got new people. Tanya just got on the show. Fake offer is an offer that if you commit, they ain't gonna take it. It's a non-committable offer.
Yeah.
They just, I don't know why they put it out there like that, but keep going. Come on, Jimmy.
So I'll read you the comment from the coach. And the coach, he says, Florida State made an offer to our receiver. He then took an unofficial visit and loved it. The young man committed the next day. I then received a call that the offer was not committable. The staff never communicated to me or the young man prior to that the offer was not committable. Stop offering kids if they can't commit, right?
This football too, Jim.
It's football.
Right.
And so the next statement is that he says they subsequently, right, sent him not one but two official offer letters and have still chosen not to honor the commitment. Florida State has done a poor job of communicating. I'm reading the statement from the coach. I have asked that Coach Norvell call me, and he hasn't. I've asked that the staff call the young man and his mom to communicate to them what I should not have to. And that also hasn't happened. Very unprofessional way of doing things. He is currently leading the Metroplex in receiving. Someone would get a great kid and a great player. And Hada, I sent you a picture of the offer letter of what it looks like from Florida State. One glaring, Hada, need to put that letter up there. You got to put that letter up there. I'm going to let you cue it up because I got a teachable moment for you guys. It's going to be so freaking funny in just a second. As soon as he cute. And my point is, I always advise you guys on the Chop Shop. We are hitting the table hard all the time, letting you guys know on some of these offers, especially from the Power 5 schools that they claim that you have. Why don't you try to commit? Commit. And if you commit, watch what happens. Why are so many of y'all afraid to commit, to call those bluffs on those schools? Because my thing is this. First of all, What side are you on this? This is a statement from a high school coach, I'm assuming, football coach. He's blasting the school. Check this out. This is the copy of one of the letters from Florida State, supposedly. First of all, if a school misspells the word official, it ain't official.
Wow.
They did it on purpose.
Wow. They left the aisle, Jimmy.
On purpose.
I can't believe them people sent that man.
They sent a bunch of them out to a bunch of kids. That's what you want? That's going to keep, and see, that's the whole thing. Why are you coaches, why are you people demanding offers from these college coaches? You're putting them behind the gun. They're not for to lose their jobs over you. They will tell you, that's what it takes. Alan, you was about 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. 21, let's say 21, 22. That way you was old enough to do a lot of things you couldn't when you weren't legally. Just say you was 21, 22, 23 years old. You got old. Back in those days, the boom boom room had a different meaning for people.
Yes,
for
sir.
You when you were 21, 22. It wasn't watching the chop shop. It was
a place. It was a place to be.
You had soundproof walls. So if you done, follow me guys on this, you guys know I'm careful with words. If you done unbutton it, unzipped it, and now you've even touched it or kissed it, but you ready to make the move or turn the light off, and she or he asks you, do you love me? What do you say?
Yes. Yes, I love you, honey.
What do you say? This is what those college coaches feel like when you're pressuring them to extend an offer, to a fake ass offer to your kids.
Jim,
What
I love you and we go together.
Yes. So you're forcing them to do it, and then you're mad. You're mad when you try to call the bluff and they recall your bluff by not accepting your offer.
Wow.
Uh-oh. See, how you got me talking bad? You got Letitia. Letitia Aiken. Letitia
she said,
Hall.
"Oh dang." That wasn't bad.
That wasn't below the belt.
No, that wasn't Jimmy. That was Jimmy. Hey, most people they might be old dang. She's been there.
No, that's well. You guys may know. Some of you guys may know her as Letitia Raveling.
Oh, that's who that is.
Oh yeah. So
wow. Hey, I didn't know that.
That's a little sister right there. A little sister right there in the house, baby. My little sister.
Right oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I can see her. I can see her now. I didn't see it first. Okay, Jimmy, watch her. Jimmy, watch it.
Yeah. They had to bring out the worst thing. But that's what we were talking about. I just want to get that out in regarding to what side. Be careful. And I'm trying. We're on a crusade on the Chop Shop for people to stop demanding or forcing these coaches to offer your kids because you're trying to stay. Because at the end of the day, think about how these stories end for a lot of those kids. I ain't talking about your top shelf, your 5 and 4 stars.
Right.
I'm talking about for those other ones. And you know who I'm talking about. A kid going to visit, he takes his buddies along. The college coach, you're going to make him strong on the coach. He's going to offer all 5 of them. And you know doggone well that 5'2" kid is not good enough for that Power 5 right now. And so his mind, he's going to devalue
every other college.
NAI schools, those HBCUs when they come to try to even give him a chance. In his mind, he's going to think, I'm going to this Power 5. and they just and he don't have no idea. You crush mental health is alive and kicking right now. These kids, you understand they're committing suicide at an outlandish, as of historic
Our
proportion.
kids, black kids now.
Yes,
Yes.
we've taken notice of mental health now
Mm-hmm.
because our kids are committing
Absolutely.
suicides. We used to be, you hear suicide, you already knew what you
Somebody
thought, you pretty much could properly guess what color that kid was.
not no more.
Not no more.
Right.
Our kids, we are embracing therapy. That ain't the elephant in the room anymore. Our people, well, no, not saying we never went, but it was taboo from where I come from to think about going to therapy. What? Ain't nothing wrong with my kid. You crazy? You the one crazy. Get the hell away from me. And that's how it goes. But guys, be mindful of what you're facing in regards to that. So I got that out the way, Heather. We got, where's Lori? Is Lori Dotson out there with us today? We're going to ask you guys
I didn't
if you
see
could
it.
share the show to your timelines as we're going to get ready to do our weekly NFL picks shortly. And Lori Dotson, if you there, darling, let us know so that you can. She's our. When the congregation at church how to get ready to make the announcements or they do something, they ask for the treasurer and they go up and they tap. So Lori's she's our auditor of the weekly picks. We didn't do one.
And the only reason, Letitia, the only reason we have an auditor because we got a certain guy. He will adjust them things on you, a little bit. I ain't gonna call his name, but his name starts with Jimmy. But he will adjust it. But he doing pretty good. It's just what week is this, Jimmy?
Well, it's week. I would think it's week 5.
All right.
Yes, week 5. We missed week 4.
So Lori, where you at? 5. Let me see.
Where's C-Walk at? We're gonna get C-Walk back on. And meanwhile, somebody asked for the link for the Hoops Giving Classic, and I think it was Rod Wells. I just posted it on the YouTube feed in the Boom Boom Room, and I posted on the Facebook Boom Boom Room as well. And that's for November the 23rd, the Hoops Giving Classic. VIP tickets are now on sale. So you guys share the show. Once again, we're getting into that. Charlie, we have in high school news, in college news, we have, how the University of Houston is going to play Duke in a closed scrimmage in the very near future. That's all I ain't give you the
why
date.
You telling people then it was a closed
scrimmage? A closed scrimmage. They have them all the time.
I know. Why are you telling them? Because you just
they're letting them know you can't go.
Okay.
It's a closed scrimmage. So University of Houston is going to play Duke in the very near future. Near future.
I like them close scrimmages though.
Yeah. Some people know what happened in close scrimmage. Some people be keeping score, and some
they keep score and then erase it. Then they go with this next team, then erase it. Yeah. But somebody's keeping. Let me tell you something, Jimmy. Every time, let me tell you parents out here, we think anytime you keep the score, it's a real game. Don't know. This boy, Victor Wembanyama stopped his season, Jimmy, over in France. France in the middle of their season to come over here to show he was the baddest dude on the planet. Guess what? And they talking about, and Jimmy, he lost. He was mad. Jimmy, he had 37, but he mad about the loss. I want some of our kids to be a little bit more like that. Man, I didn't come to America to lose. I didn't come over here to get my butt beat. So, but now Jimmy, I'm setting it up a little bit. Lori says she ready. Lori says she ready.
Okay, Lori's ready.
She said, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
here it is. Okay. I got
Yes.
2 sheets I got to deal with today. Messing with you, Jimmy. Lord have mercy.
Coons, there's nothing wrong with it. You saying here in Houston like you can't believe that. Wasn't U of H at the Final Four just 2 years ago? Wasn't they in the Elite Eight just a season, just this
I
past
don't
season?
see. And Jimmy,
Aren't they
by
a
the
top,
way,
aren't they top five in the country? Don't they have number one backcourt in the country? I mean, what's surprising about that?
and Jimmy, they're also giving a free coaches clinic on the 15th of October.
Oh, free coaches clinic.
Yes.
Free.
FR, and coach gonna be mic'd up the whole time, and then question and answers all your question and answer. If you a coach and don't go to this, something got to be wrong with you. On this Saturday morning, tell your wife you ain't got no honeydews on that Saturday. AU coaches, summer coaches, and all of y'all need to be and see how what you call it, Jimmy? What you just said? A Final Four coach run his practice. How about that?
Good deal. So, and also Thaddeus Moody, you make sure you go watch a DePaul basketball game this season.
I think he already have.
I say this season coming up. Go watching this season. Last season was that was the first year.
I was a mulligan.
This, Coach Tony Stubblefield gonna have him rocking this year. They ready. This because he got more of his kids in there.
Oh,
you know how it is when you're playing with the kids that somebody else.
I got you. So Tony ready. Okay.
He ready. He ready.
Okay.
He ready.
Okay, let's ride. Let's ride.
And we ready for these picks. Adam, tonight, we got the Indianapolis Colts at the Denver Broncos. You've been riding with Sierra. You talking about Sierra, CC, and her man ain't busted a grape all season.
Jimmy, we 2-2.
That wasn't expectations.
Nah, but we got a rookie coach.
Now,
Jimmy, we got a rookie coach so inept. I mean, that Jimmy, they go hire Jerry, another dude to help him manage the clock. They ain't never did that for no black coach. Don't let me go there. Next week, I'm going to talk about that. But come on, Jimmy. Come on. First,
so
you know I'm going. You know who I'm going with.
Denver's giving up 3.
I'm going with Denver.
You going with Denver?
Yes, sir. I'll give you that 3.
You know what? Denver has struggled the last couple of weeks. I'm gonna take Denver and give up that 3 as well.
Man, I don't like you getting what I'm doing. I don't like you.
No, because he's due for a monster game. He's been struggling as a quarterback. The team is 2-2, and guess what? It's great. They don't have a losing record.
First year, coach.
But
first year, Jim. First year. First year quarterbacks. He ain't Tom Brady.
Man, it's him, and that coach has to be able to become a different type of gambler on the field. And that's the thing. They're being too predictable in certain situations. We'll see. Next up, we got the Giants and Green Bay are in London.
Yes.
8:30 in the morning on Sunday. The Giants and Green Bay in London. Green Bay is giving up 8.5.
Jim.
The Giants is 3-1. The Giants 3-1. They lost to the Cowboys. Only game they lost all year.
But they going to London. They going over there and they might go hook up with Prince Charles. King Charles. I can't go against that bad man.
Really?
I can't go against it. I can't. You go with Danny Dimes. Go on with Danny Dimes. Because you like Molly. Molly like him. Huh?
They're giving up 8.5, Green Bay is. And after what Aaron Rodgers just did on the road to Tampa Bay and that defense, who had been pretty much suffocating opponents all season. At 8.5 is a lot of points, though, Adam.
Well, take them.
I normally take.
You sure do. But you usually go with 10. But who you going to take?
You know what? I'm going to always take the money like this here. I'm going to take the Giants at 8.5.
Okay, gone. I figured you would. Gone.
Next up, Atlanta.
Your little stingy ass can't just leave nothing on the table.
Yeah. Atlanta and Green Bay. I mean Tampa Bay. Atlanta at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is giving up 8.5.
Hold up. You know who
The
I'm going.
Dirty Birds.
Know who I'm going with. I got to put my glasses on because I can't see
The
nothing.
Dirty Birds
Oh, here it is.
and 8.5. What you think? Are you rocking?
I got 4 words for you. Go and tell me my 4 words. Thomas
Tampa
Edward
Bay,
Patrick Brady.
Tampa Bay gonna lose.
They gonna win.
I'm gonna take
Thomas
it.
Edward.
I'm taking that 8.5.
You gonna take that? Okay, Jim. Okay.
Next up, Chicago and Minnesota. Minnesota's giving up 7. The Vikings are giving up 7. Now.
They had the Vikings.
Yeah.
The Bears are terrible. The Bears are terrible. I can't mess with them.
They can't be terrible every week, can they?
Yeah, they can. Jimmy, it's a losing team every season. Jim, let me repeat that. It's a losing teams every season.
I'm going to take Minnesota and give up that 7.
Oh, walk the game back on. Walk back.
Okay, we let Walt catch up. And we ain't but 4 games in. So
hey man, we're doing the picks right now, Walt. Hold on. Let me bring you in here. I see it, yeah.
Have y'all done the Cowboys yet? That's all I want to know. Hey, Jimmy, did you see LeBron last night, the King? Okay, my bad. Anyway, that's why I had to shut me off earlier, but that's okay, though. That's okay, though.
Come on, Chris.
Now y'all see why I can't stand.
Get your picks for Lurk and get you caught up.
What's your picks? Hey, Chris. Broncos, hold up. Broncos are Indianapolis.
Man, I'm going with Indianapolis. Where's the game at? Indianapolis?
No, it's the Broncos.
What's the spread?
3.
Who getting the 3? The Broncos? I mean,
Indianapolis, get the 3.
Shit, I'm going with Indianapolis on the road. I just think Denver's struggling.
Okay, Chris, got you.
Got no faith in Sarah's husband right now.
I have. I love him. What about Green Bay and the New York Giants? At Green Bay. They in London, Jim. They in London.
What's the spread, though?
What's the spread, Jim?
8.5.
I'm giving you 8.
I'm taking Green Bay.
All right.
They're going to blow the doors off.
All right, we got 2 more for you right quick. Minnesota and Chicago Bears. How many are they giving, Jimmy?
7.
I'm going with Minnesota. The Bears stink. They can't score. I'm sorry. Yeah, Minnesota. Kirk, my cousin.
Jimmy, you got the Bears on that one, didn't you?
No, I took Minnesota.
Oh, okay. All right.
Atlanta and Tampa Bay.
Ooh, you kidding me? Tom Brady lit a fire. It don't even matter. I'm going with the Bucks.
8.5.
Blow the doors off them.
Smart
8
man.
points.
They're going to blow the doors off them.
All right, let's go.
Detroit and New England. New England giving up 3.
Ooh.
You know, I've been losing all year with them. I'm going to lose again with them. I'm going with Detroit Lions.
Okay.
I'm taking Detroit.
They got their 3rd-string quarterback. If Mac Jones don't play and the other guy don't play, they got a 3rd-string quarterback. I'm going with the Lions.
Houston and Jacksonville. Jacksonville giving up 7. Sunshine.
They've been playing well, man.
Sure have. Hold on, Jim. I'm looking for them. I can't find them. Jacksonville and who, Jimmy?
Houston.
Oh, that's why I ain't looking for it. I wasn't looking for Houston this time. Hey, I'm going. I can't bet it. I done lost the whole year with Lovey.
I'm going with Jacksonville. They gonna beat the door. David Mills. Come on, man.
Jimmy, you going with Jacksonville too? Jimmy, why don't they change quarterbacks, man? Lovey's scared to fire that dude to sit him on the bench.
You know what? I'm gonna go Jacksonville. Give up to 7.
Jimmy got Jacksonville too.
The quarterback right now is on his last leg. He would get benched if they lose this game because that means they, that we know that. Next up, we got the Chargers and the Browns. The Chargers at Cleveland, and the Chargers are giving up 3.
They got the Chargers favored. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Browns, man.
I'm going with the Browns.
Jacoby Brissett has been tight a couple of games. Myles Garrett probably gonna be back, so I'm going with the Browns.
Who you got? Miles Garrett down there killed himself right flying in that porch in that rain.
You know what? I'm gonna take the Chargers and give 3 because the Chargers are feeling good offensively after scoring 34 points against the Texans last week.
Jimmy,
Miami at the
Jimmy.
Jets.
Me, you, and Jimmy can score. Me, you, and Chris can score 30 points on them. What else you got?
Miami at the Jets. Miami giving up 3.5.
That's a good one right there.
I'm going with Miami.
Teddy Bridgewater is quarterbacking for the Miami.
I'm going with Teddy. I'm going with Teddy.
Where's the game at?
In New York.
Jets, Jets.
I'm going with Saleh. I'm going with Robert Saleh and the Jets.
You know what? I might change my mind on that one. I don't like Miami no more. That's right. I'm going with the Jets. Jimmy, who you going with?
You said like Miami. Why you don't like Miami?
Because they fired Brian Flores. I'm going with the Jets. You gonna go? You got to go with your boy Waddle, Jimmy. You ain't did your Waddle today.
Yeah, I'm yeah. Well, that's what exactly I'm going with. He ain't got his quarterback though, because they bought it. But Teddy
gonna throw another damn interception just like he did last time.
just janky, man.
Janky as hell.
Buffalo, Pittsburgh at Buffalo. Buffalo giving up 14.
You
already know which way I'm going.
Gonna beat.
Where you going, Jimmy? Buffalo?
You know which way I'm going.
Buffalo? I'm going with Pittsburgh.
I'm taking 14. I'm not going to leave 14.
I ain't leaving that 14 on the table. Chris,
gonna beat the snot out of them.
Seattle and New Orleans. New Orleans is giving up 5.5.
Is Crab Legs playing?
I think he is.
This reformation of Geno Smith, man, I just can't believe this.
I'm going with Geno. Crab Leg been pissing me off.
The game's in New Orleans?
Yep.
Yeah,
I might switch.
I'm going with the Saints, man. It's loud in there. I don't know.
I'm going to go with the Saints.
Geno got
Lori, I'm with the Saints. I changed my mind. I'm with the Saints.
I know one thing. If the Saints lose this game, it ain't gonna be no paper bags left in the grocery store.
They're gonna be the Aints again.
If they lose this game, they gonna get them paper bags.
Hey man, who is you choosing, man? You always got to go. Who you choosing?
I'm gonna go.
See, who you choose?
Damn, I gotta go with the Saints on that, man. They can't be bad forever.
I don't have Pittsburgh.
Who said you got Pittsburgh?
Lori, I don't have Pittsburgh.
You took Buffalo. Chris took Buffalo. Gave
put Buffalo, Lord.
I would never cheer for Pittsburgh. They got 6 rings. I would never cheer for them.
Yeah. I took Pittsburgh.
I took Pittsburgh too. Yeah. Oh, she know that. She know I took Pittsburgh. I'm always go with the black quarterback.
I tell you, your Steelers are garbage. We just taking it 14. We ain't loving the Steelers.
Hey Jimmy. Marissa said you need a timer because you taking too damn long to make.
Okay. Tennessee at Washington. Tennessee is giving up 2.5.
What's the game?
I'm gonna take Tennessee.
Me too.
Tennessee on the road. I'm taking Tennessee too. Washington's terrible.
Wash.
Frisco at Carolina. Frisco is giving up 4.5.
I'm going with porn star Jimmy.
I'm gonna go. You know what? They got a great defense. I like that dude.
Huh?
The DeMarco Ryan. What's his name? The defensive coordinator?
DeMeco Ryans.
DeMeco. I'm going with the 49ers, man. I'll make sure we take care of the
He used to play for the Texans.
You know what I'm going to do?
Okay.
This is a short
Alabama.
Because they played Monday Night Football.
Okay.
And since Oklahoma, he stunk last week. I'm going to go ahead on and take that 5.
You go pick Oklahoma. You can go and pick. That dude done. Baker Mayfield's mentally fried.
He stunk last week. This is it. This is his perfect redemption week. If any game he beat Frisco, he's back.
All right.
Dallas, how about this? The Dallas Cowboys at the LA Rams. A short week for the Rams as well. The Rams giving up
Who's
4.5.
going to be the quarterback of the Cowboys?
The Rams giving up 4.5.
You know who I'm going for. The Rams.
Who's going to be the quarterback of the Cowboys?
I'm going to take the Cowboys. The Cowboys have covered for me every single week.
And they finna uncover. They finna take their clothes. They finna get naked for you this weekend.
Who's the quarterback? Dak or Cooper?
Cooper.
And Cooper we trust. What's the next one, Jim?
Well, then I'm going with the Rams. Then.
You ain't going with no damn Rams. Come on, man.
He is. No, Lord, put him down.
Point spread, dog.
Oh.
Chris took the Rams.
Okay.
So they let you know what type of Cowboy fan he is. Philadelphia and Arizona.
We're not picking
giving
team
up
over
5.5.
team. We're picking the point spread.
He's picking the point spread.
Philadelphia at Arizona. Philly is giving up 5.5.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Little dude versus little dude.
Ooh.
Little dude versus little dude. I'm going for the Cardinals because I want the Eagles to lose.
I got to go with Philly, man.
I've been betting against Philly all year and been getting my head toe clean off. I done bet.
I've been betting with Arizona all year.
Yeah.
And been getting my head clean up, toe clean up.
I'm going to go with Philly this time, Lord.
Cincinnati and at Baltimore. Baltimore is giving up 3 points.
Baltimore gonna beat this. Listen, they mad.
Ooh, they mad.
They gonna beat the heck out of them, or they gonna fold.
They gonna never fold. Their quarterback too good to fold.
Well, then I'm picking Baltimore. Then
what you got, Jimmy?
I'm picking Baltimore on that one.
That is Moody. We picking the spread, man. You don't pick the teams. You just don't pick the teams. Let everybody understand. That's why I'm asking what the spread is and where they playing at. Of course, I would pick the Cowboys if we were just going mano a mano. I would pick the Cowboys, but that's not part of it.
Hey, Chris.
And Rush.
In Rush, we trust.
No, you don't try to bring that type of deception in our house. You keep that on the outside. You bring that.
Hey,
but as for me at my house,
hold up.
We're gonna serve the Cowboys.
Up. Cooper is super. Quit hating on me because I'm coming up with some good ones. Cooper is super.
Jimmy, I can't believe you let our Houston talent go all the way to Seattle, man. What the heck you doing down there? You supposed to be maintaining this, keep a fence around the state and around the city. And you like Jurassic Park, man. They used to have that electric fence. You just let everybody walk in, man. You let everybody walk in.
Let me get this straight.
Uh-oh.
You said that I should have kept a fence around the state, but the last time you coached, you took Darius McNeil to California. You took Jacoby Gordon to California.
Hey.
Let me keep going.
How to see how he had? No, I'm not a defender of the state. No. No,
but he allowed you, so he said he's gonna allow everybody else.
Why is he on mute?
He coming in. He just letting
people come in.
No.
Sorry, I'm still not sure about that.
You hear my Siri? Siri talking to y'all.
He just letting people come in, man. It's just like an invisible fence around the state. They just come in and just take the best players now. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Man, ain't nowhere in the world I'd have let Wesley Yates get out of here.
What do you mean? That's his cousin. His mom's cousin.
I know.
His own staff.
I'd have gave him an offer he couldn't I would have gave him an offer he couldn't refuse.
Washington had the highest offer on the table.
Say it again.
Washington had the highest offer of name, image, likeness of any of those schools.
We ain't talking about that. We talking about if I was one of them other schools, I would have, man, nowhere in the world I'd let that dude get out. Man, that dude a monster, Chris.
Well, okay, but what school? Think about it. What school in state? Texas is the only one in state.
U of H?
U of H wasn't even. U of H wasn't on the tape.
Well, they should have been. That's the point we said.
But U of H made a conscious decision, right, to not recruit Wesley Yates because the kids from Houston that they recruiting you want them dudes to be able to have a chance to play, especially the guards, immediately. So Wesley would have probably have to sit out at U of H maybe and go through the rigors. He's going somewhere, and so then U of H they recruited him, but not aggressively. They came in late and tried to make a pass, and they was like, nah, But Wesley wanted U of H. That was a school that he wanted to go to, and guess what? It don't work like that all the time. Everybody has a wish school. That was one of his wishes. Didn't happen. So, in case you guys wondering, U of H didn't just they didn't ignore him. They recruited him just tactfully, but not aggressively. And but other than that, UT played themselves out of the deal when they brought him on the visit. And well, first you had him scheduled to go to visit with Ron Holland, and then when visit came, on a week before, you moved Wesley Yates to a couple of weeks later, and you basically it was told to the family that we want you to have your own weekend. We want you to have your own weekend because you're that type of player. That way you can get all of our attention. Well, okay, you buy that. Then that week come when you take your visit, and guess what happens? They all of a sudden the last minute, Trey Johnson is it wasn't even scheduled. Trey Johnson now is coming on the visit the same weekend as Wesley Yates. So it's only one head coach. He can't be everywhere at the same time. He only can be at one suite. He only can walk next to one parent. So guess what happened? Wesley Yates didn't get the attention. And they said they moved him away to have his own weekend. It didn't happen. So that was like the kiss of death in regard to what happened with Texas. Now, with Auburn, they were in there. Auburn recruited them aggressively. It just came down to Auburn and LSU had been there before, back when Will Wade was the head coach. Tasman Mitchell was the point guard on that, but Tasman, it's on the new staff. He doesn't have the authority, and they just don't notice the new coach at LSU. And that's kind of like they was always just like the dark horse in this thing. And Arkansas, they came in late, made a splurge. It was good, but I guess probably you just didn't get time to.
Think about what you're saying right now. Like this dude's been good for a long time, and people are coming in late. That's how fickle recruiting is. As good as this dude is, they've been good for a long time. You're saying these people came in late, high major schools. People don't understand. That's how hard recruiting is for even a dude like him, who's a high major guy. So think about if you're half or a third of what he is, how hard it is to be recruited. It's very difficult, man.
Well, relationships is one of the things. It's like I mentioned earlier, and when I noted like two keys. Here's the thing. Just say the Pac-12. We've had kids from out of Houston that went to the Pac-12, probably about 10 or so in the past, 15 years, 15 to 20 years. Well, of those, the vast majority, that was a direct relationship, or what would you call a pre-existing relationship. For example, go back to 2004. Jawan McClellan commits to Arizona. Well, guess what happens? Josh Pastner was on the staff of Arizona. So that was a connection, a H-Town connection. Well, 2 years later, Nick Wise commits. Well, I'm sorry. The next year, Fendi Underbun commits. Fendi Underbun played with the Houston Hoops, whose dad, Hal Pastner, founded. His son, Josh Pastner, is on the staff at Arizona. He gets Fendi Underbun. The next year, in 2006, Nick Wise commits to Arizona. Guess what? Nick Wise played for who? The Houston Hoops. Josh Pastner's on the staff. So then you can fast forward to other guys that came from the area. Dimitri Goodson went to Gonzaga. Here's the connection. Meech Goodson played for David Salinas. David Salinas, the head coach of Gonzaga, he was one of his clients who Salinas stole the money from. in the Ponzi scheme before killing himself. So guess what? That was a connection, relationships. You fast forward on through. Uh, um, uh, uh, Oregon, they end up getting Joe Young. After Joe Young had committed to Providence, he went to played at U of H, played, and then transferred to Oregon. Well, guess what? Tony Stubblefield was there. He's from Texas. The relationship, ditto for Damian Dotson. Damian Dotson goes to Oregon after playing at U of H. Guess what? The relationship, Tony Stubblefield's there. He's from Texas. Well, he lives in Texas as well. Has a home in Texas. So you can look and connect dots, guys. And most people, then you fast forward all the way on through, and you think of Washington State, the University of Washington, where the assistant coach is related to the mother of Wesley Yates III. Relationships thrive in this stuff. And Chris, you know far too well, a lot of people try to discount it. It's hard to beat the relationship. We're speaking of LSU. Remember when Ben Simmons was at Montverde Academy? They was one of the best arguably one of the best high school teams ever assembled. And he goes, and of all those schools, I'm going to LSU with Johnny Jones. Who was the assistant coach on that staff? The associate head coach on that staff was David Patrick. DP was his godfather. Relationship. Speaking of LSU again, Butch Pierre was the godfather of, I think it was either Brandon Bass or Glenn Big Baby Davis. The godfather of Big Baby Davis. Where's Big? You're not getting him from there. Relationships. That's why relationships is so doggone important. People, you don't have no idea. So that means your job is to form relationships, plant seeds of relationships. You never know who you may need in the future. Because if you have a relationship, then you have the ability to be in the room. That means somebody can invite you to the cookout. They can invite you to the party. They can invite you to the New Year's Eve celebration. They can invite you to a Final Four viewing party, and you get in the room with people, and then you can form and extend relationships. All it takes is for Chris Walker to tell me, hey, man, this is my guy. He's coming to Houston. Look out for him. It's my dude. And he going to tell this guy, hey, man, you get to Houston or you get there, call Jim Hicks, call Cheat Sheet. He going to take you where you need to go. And that's how relationships work, period.
All day long.
Yeah, so.
It's that way in jobs. When it comes to people getting jobs, it's that way. And it comes that way sometimes when people trying to get into schools, certain schools that are not athletes, relationships, their currency. Their currency. And the question is, how much do you have stocked up in the bank? Or you can, or are you making deposits into it? Or are you just taking from it? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Is it all withdrawals? Any deposits? So it's huge, and that your network is your net worth. I'm telling you right now, living in New York City is awesome, but the best thing about it is who you can get connected to. It's crazy. That's the biggest thing about living here. Other than Texas, living in Texas. Texas is a great place to live, but here you could just meet so many different types of people that you could be connected to. Think about it. Houston has 28 million, Texas has 28 million people. That's 28 million people in the city of New York. So, there's nothing that can't happen. So just moving around and going places, you can meet a ton of people. When in regards to basketball, as we said before, it's so many kids out there being recruited. Sometimes college coaches have to rely on their network, and some kids just get looked over. And you got to realize once a coach get into a kid so long, it's hard for them to let him go. It's a lot of work, because if you try to go about face and try to go the other way, you can lose. He can only go to one school. He can lose, And I've seen guys that had a kid done, and one thing happened, and the parents was gone. I've seen this a million times. You could have been working on the kid for 3 years, and you could bring that kid on a visit, and if your kids, how about this? We used to have conversations with the players. So usually when the kid comes on campus, they usually have a host, right? That takes them around, the primary guy. But there's also 12 other players. that you won't engage. Do you know sometimes there's dudes that you don't tell to come around because you know that they will try to sabotage it? You'll be like,
Yes.
oh man, you ain't got no responsibility this weekend. Don't worry, you don't have to come to
Go
anything.
home. Go home to your folks. You don't see your
Yeah, go
folks. Go
home.
home.
You want to go home this weekend? Go home. Because you know because what you can't control and what coaches got to understand, you can't control locker room talk. So where the term locker room lawyer comes from. You got a dude in the locker room that's poison, it's a problem. It's a problem. You got to get, I know it's going to sound crazy, you got to get you a snitch in the locker room. You got to get you a locker room snitch if you're a coach. Trust me on that. And somebody got to wear that with a badge of honor, right? They got to be real inconspicuous. The coach got to know what's going on in that locker room. By the same token, you got, when you bring kids on visits, you got to know who to put them at and why to put them with them. And you got to script every single thing. Because if you don't, you could lose that player on one conversation. I've seen it happen.
What you mean? For example, what you mean?
If the wrong dude talks to him about the wrong thing, it could be a wrap. Because think about it. There's 13 players. All of them aren't happy. All of them aren't happy. What if he gets on the phone with one? What if he all of a sudden becomes cool? Because you can't control a synergy. You can put him with a guy because he's responsible and you know you're going to take him everywhere. He's going to take him everywhere, but he can end up being friends or really click with somebody else. And that dude said, man, listen to what they tell you, man. Don't believe that, man. He said, they do what? Man, don't believe that's a lie. And then all of a sudden the doubt gets in the kid's head. Then he go tells the parents. I'm just telling you. You put him with this. You make sure them disgruntled dudes. You send them home for the weekend. Hey man, you got no responsibilities. And that's the hardest thing about. I told y'all the story about the kid that was supposed to go to Notre Dame. I'm not gonna say his name. Supposed to go to Notre Dame. It was a done deal. I had a kid named Carlton Scott. Remember Carlton Scott, Jimmy? Played for me. From San Antonio, really good player. Went to Notre Dame. I had another kid that was on the same team with him that wanted to go to next year, wanted to go to Notre Dame too. And I had a policy. We don't do two for ones. You get one, somebody else I got buddies everywhere. We got to spread the wealth. We're not sending you 5 players. We're not sending you 2 players. So, but again, I couldn't stop it. The kid sincerely wanted to go there, and I had to relent. I said, listen, what can I say? He wasn't going to Mississippi State. He's like, I want to go to Notre Dame. I'm like, okay. At some point, you got to pipe down. Well, he goes on his visit. The other school is Vanderbilt. My boy King Rice was there, Jimmy. You know King. And then Gene Cross, who's a scout with the Knicks. King, think how life is. Gene Cross was at Notre Dame at the time. He's a scout with the New York Knicks. King Rice is the head coach of Monmouth. They were both assistants. That's how life is, man. People don't understand how connected this world is, right? So Gene does a great job, of course, a tremendous recruiter, and the kid wants to go. And King Rice, who's like, he's trying to, get Vanderbilt going. He needs to get this player. He needs a recruit. That's the other thing people got to understand. How much power some of these summer coaches got, man. I have been striking out on the high-level dudes. I need a dude. I need you to make this happen, man. Next question. Next thing comes out of the mouth. What do I got to do to make this happen? I'm just trying to tell you what go on in this business. Am I lying, Jimmy? Am I lying? I'm not lying. No, I do whatever it needs to get done. Right? I say, listen, man. It's down to 2 schools, you and Notre Dame. You want him to come visit? I couldn't believe what he said. He said, have him come second. I'm like, second? I said, dude, if that dude goes to Notre Dame, there's no chance you're going to get him. You got to get him first. If he goes there, I can't control what happened. I'm trying to help you. But if he goes there, it's done. He goes on a visit to Notre Dame. Dude, think about it. This dude went on this visit. They playing basketball. His family came with him. They cussing the kid out and all kind of stuff playing basketball.
You told me about that. Yes.
I was like, what? Man, I was like, but that's how they play pickup. And they try to find out if the dude was tough enough. Right? But every culture don't understand that. They was like, you ain't going here.
I remember that.
So I don't even know if King Rice knew that anyway, because he said, I want to go second, and it didn't matter what happened at Vanderbilt. As long as they didn't do that, they had it. He was gonna be a Commodore. They won by Jimmy said they won by what, Jimmy? Default.
By default.
They won by default. So I'm saying that recruiting is crazy, man. Recruiting, like literally, we can talk about Western State's going to Washington and U of H and all that. There ain't nowhere in hell. We can talk about Quincy being his cousin, and I'm sure they'll come on. Listen, man. I was so shocked. I text White King. I say, yo, how the hell did y'all? Man, please. That's a big deal, man. Them dudes came to, I don't give a damn if it's his cousin or not. They came to the third largest city in America that's probably got as many pros as any city in America and got the #1 dude. Are you kidding me? Damn, his cousin. It's a big deal.
That's a good point. Great point.
And it ain't UCLA.
Great point.
It ain't Kentucky. It ain't Duke.
Great point, Chris.
It's a big deal, man. It's a big deal.
Wow.
So, hey, just let Wesley parents know y'all did them a favor. Y'all did. I don't care what the NIL is. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Whatever it was.
Wow.
Thank God I ain't
It wasn't enough. Now, Chris, I got a scenario for you as a college, and keep your college coach hat on. And there's a comment from I think Hatter has and here's it on the screen, and we just hypothetically, because it doesn't matter because you're not coaching, so you can just say if you're a college coach and a parent says they have a 2023 that's his 12th grade son, but if you take the 10th grade son, if you offer them both, you'll get both of them if you take the senior. Now the younger one, who's 2 years out, is good enough for you.
Hell no.
Now explain, why would you not take that? Why would you not take it?
Hey, remember. I might be putting too much out there. I got to be careful. But you know what? This is a chop shop. Remember Justice Winslow?
Yep.
Yes.
Tell them the story.
Well,
People got to understand, man.
But the guy that sponsored and it's one thing, the same thing about the fake offer stuff. And people, there's a kid that Justice actually they took him in just at his own bedroom at his family's house. They sponsored the whole grassroots program for a couple of years. And this son and Justice still today, they're best friends. I ran into him at the Astros game about 2 weeks ago, and they're best friends. So make no mistake about it, everything ended up being okay. But this young kid thought he was going to Duke along with Justice Winslow as a student, right? Just to, and once it got close to the rubber meeting hitting the road, they realized Duke was like, no, man, we didn't really. We didn't offer him. We just offered him an opportunity to come to the school. We offered him out. He went on the official visit with him and everything. And the kid had to go check in and go to Rice, where he's right. And he ended up graduating. And I think now he's in the representation field. So he's somehow in either marketing or sports, somehow in that sector.
But think about it. All them years, he thought that was a deal. I got a story I got to run. I got to tell you about Scotty Barnes. I mean, I got 1,000 stories I can tell you. Hatter got all the pro stories.
How did your lines cross with Scotty Barnes? Scotty Barnes was from Florida.
We were recruiting Scotty Barnes at Cal Berkeley.
Oh, okay.
David Grace, remember David Grace was recruiting Scotty Barnes.
Yeah.
Thought we had a great chance of getting him. He lived, think about it. He went to Mount Bird. He lived, I forget the guy's name, with a guy who was one of the biggest Obama supporters. They used to give him money. Dude had a gang of money, had a crazy crib. His son lived with him and was on the team. Scotty lived in the house with him. I'm trying to tell y'all how stuff go down, man. That's the angle. Of course, he ain't coming to Cal, but he also had family up on the West Coast. So the thing was set up for him to come to Cal. To bring the kid get to come too. Right? Dude, do you not know? I swear to God. White King. So we're trying to make it work. Dude, it's just like everywhere you turn, you just know what end up happening is the dad with his slick butt used Scotty Barnes to get his kid to Cal. And guess what happened? White King got let go. Scotty Barnes goes to Florida State, and that kid ended up at Cal Berkeley.
But he ended
Dude,
up there.
ended up still got it. Yeah, ended up there because he became a preferred walk-on because the whole process was being done, and then next thing you know, they just brought him anyway.
When you said
So,
Joaquin
you know
got
what I'm
fired, your ass got fired right with him. You was on the squad. The hell you talking about Joaquin got fired? You got fired too.
It wasn't matter if I got fired. The head coach got let go.
No, but we're throwing you. I'm throwing you in there too.
Well, you can throw me in all you want. What you
I
talking
just
about?
did. Yeah.
I understand what the issue is. I
Yeah, you talking about Joaquin got fired. You should have said we got
the
fired.
head coach got fired. I said the head coach got let go. Okay, Joaquin, he did. Well, I don't get it.
I
Okay,
get it.
whatever it is. Whatever it is, the point I'm trying to make is, even though the coach was let go,
Right.
the kids still got to stay, but they didn't get Scotty Barnes.
Wow.
So people are cutting deals all the time.
But it don't work that way all the time. That's what you're trying to say?
It don't work that way most times.
Okay.
But the kid, and when you're a walk-on, you pay to go to school, by the way. You don't get a free skill.
Right.
And it was a lot. The dude was a millionaire like crazy.
Right.
But again, that dude had all type of legal stuff going on, fraud stuff going on.
The daddy?
They took that money though. They took that money. Dude, I know I can't.
No, you can't tell all of it now.
Let me stop.
Uh-huh.
Let me stop. Because I got a great Dr. J story, but I can't even tell it.
Julius Irvin.
Julius Irvin, the doctor. See, people don't understand, man. You know, in this business, this is what I tried to tell a lawyer the other day. I forget who the guy said, listen, man, you're a smart guy. You are no match for a college coach. I don't care how smart you think you are. When you come into that domain, that's a different world.
Different world.
Because you ain't got to deal with one of them. You got 20 of them coming at you. They wear you down, man. They coming from too many directions.
Boy, they something else.
People ain't equipped to handle that. What's that?
Y'all like a pack of hyenas.
And guess what they don't do? And guess what none of them do?
What?
You know what it's like? It's like being an 11 when you're a woman. You got all fat, skinny, ugly, rich. You got dudes coming at you from all angles. I feel bad for the good-looking women, right? I have to say the gorillas, they all right. But them good-looking ones, I'm telling you, I feel bad for them, right? Imagine somebody coming at you like that and ain't one of them saying nothing bad about their school. You ain't hearing nothing but good stuff. Everybody. They schools could be, they schools have, it could be raining every day where they are. They be like, man, we got the freshest springs in the world. It could be hot every day wherever they are. They'll be saying, yo, man, listen, man, we got black sand. They will find a way to flip everything. You hearing that information all the time, all day. They sending you letters. They sending you emails. They DMing you. They doing this. We love you. We love you. We love you. It's the reason why these people are crazy when it comes to the recruiting process. Because ain't nobody telling them they're not loving them.
And guess what Wesley Yates said? Man, now I don't even have all them phone calls can stop.
Oh, man, it's a relief. It's a great relief.
He said, man, I can just get some rest sometime.
They don't stop, man. They don't stop, man.
Yeah, y'all
they like them dudes. They like
you
a
sure
dude
saying
in the
they a lot. You was one of them.
I'm in TV. I'm in media, man. They like you in the bar. They keep buying drinks, keep finding a way. Well, sure you don't want to. Are you married? Oh, you're not married. Are you happily married? Oh, you're happy. You're not happily married. Oh, y'all separated.
I don't do that.
Oh, here's another. Well, you drink tequila. Here's a shot. Oh, really? You like them kind of drinks? How about this? Do you dance? That's you. They just don't stop. They just keep finding angles and angles and angles. They keep coming at you. Oh, your feet hurt. Oh man, your man don't buy you shoes. What's up with you? Like, they just keep coming. Dude,
I got 2 words for Chris. San Antonio.
Oh wow.
Hey man,
you ain't gonna never let me live that down.
Never.
You're gonna never let me live that.
Never. And I ain't gonna never tell
Bottom line
you.
is, man. Bottom line is, you're no match for those guys. I'm
Okay.
just telling you.
So
Especially, I'm not trying to toot my horn, but I would never want y'all to get in a room with me.
Right.
It's a rough.
It's rough.
I'm gonna take you on the ride because I'm
Hey,
gonna hit you on number one line.
that's
You
why
take one step towards me.
well, you couldn't get Damon Dot. Lori survived your ass. Lori survived. Lori said no.
Lori had interference. Lori had interference. I ain't gonna say his name. Lori had interference. Because Hatter, as I always say, you take one step towards me, I'm gonna take 99 towards you. Just letting you know. Letting you know.
I like
Some
that.
of us can cut strings. Some of us can cut strings with words. So I'm just saying, there's dudes out there that's pretty damn good at at convincing people. I'm just telling you what you're up against.
But y'all up
And if
against-
you're a single mom, them cook. And if you look at Lori, see Lori laughing. If you're a single mom, hey, listen. If you're a single mom, them Cookie Monsters are something else too.
Yeah. Hey, what
Cookie Monster coaches.
B Scott comes. B Scott tell me she gonna take you on her official. You don't need to take Chris. You just got to listen to what Chris saying to you. You don't need to take it. Yeah.
I had you get the coaches are stuttering over there.
Hey, Coach. Coach, I happen to be in. You know what though? I'm gonna tell y'all why he's so telling the truth. I went to a couple of official visits. Some people friends of mine had me sitting in, and the parents told me flat out, Chris, these coaches talked a lot of different when you came in the building.
Absolutely.
They said, Mr. Hatter, I got there late intentionally. He said, all them promises, they had stopped. Said, when you came in the building, he said, when you came in our house, the whole tone changed.
100%. They know exactly. Listen, man, the number one thing about recruiting you got to understand is this. And Jimmy is a slick one too, because he used to deal with this a long time ago. He got himself out the game. You got to find
the champion in the room.
You got to find the champion in the room. So when I go in the room, it's 6 people. Mama might think she's important as I don't know. And I'm going like, not you. The daddy, puff it up, not you. Like you learn from the kid who the champion is.
Yeah.
The daddy might think he got all the stroke. And I'm gonna stroke him. But you gotta find out. Some coaches have that radar. They put that red dot. You know that gun that they put that point on? They get that red dot, they let there and listen, and they know who the right person is to go to.
Chris, I miss one like that. Chris, I miss one. I misdiagnosed the champion.
That happened.
Hey, Chris, the mama was there. She was running thing. But that girlfriend, if I had got that girlfriend, the girlfriend wound up being the wife.
Let me say
I missed out. I promise you. I ain't going to tell you what I missed out.
A recruit I missed out on that I just thought I had it done.
Who?
Sold my soul to the devil. I thought it was a wrap. Corey Joseph. I was like, oh, this done. Oh. I was flying back and forth to, what's that school used to be in Vegas, Jimmy? That everybody went to. The car dealership guy. It's not, they don't have
the car dealership. That's
back and forth. I used to get on a red eye. Think about my recruiting. I used to get on a red eye. I would fly early in the morning to that school in Vegas.
Finley Prep.
I'm sorry. Finley Prep. I'm sorry. I take that back. I used to fly to Seattle to see Tony Roten. Remember Tony Roten?
Yeah.
Sit there with him at Garfield and Nate Robinson and sit there and talk to them. Leave Seattle, get on the plane and fly to Vegas, hang out with Corey, drop a couple of dimes, and then fly the red eye back to Philadelphia. Once a week. I would do it every week. And go see Mike Gilchrist on the way back. Just do every week. Just jump on the plane, come back. End up getting all of them on the campus at the one time. We had Gilchrist, Roten, and Joseph, and maybe Quinn Cook on campus at the same time on a visit. You know what I'm saying? And Rodney Terry, they did a great job. They outdueled me. And I had the mom, and they had the girlfriend.
Damn.
And the girlfriend ended up being all good. And I'm like,
guess
you know
what?
what I said to myself? You know what I said to myself? Never again.
Never. That ain't never happened no more. That happened to me once. Chris,
Never
and Chris, I had the opportunity to have
It
both
is.
of them. Jimmy,
I'm gonna say it again. It's undefeated. Everybody know what I'm talking about.
it's undefeated. Jimmy, my problem
Never
is,
again.
Jimmy, I met the girlfriend first.
Undefeated.
And girlfriend, and guess how I met the girlfriend first? I go to the football game. Hey, parents, y'all quit wearing them jerseys of your son at the game. Because when I used to be in the game, I'm going to find whoever got that jersey in, I'm following their ass back to their seats. And the girlfriend had that jersey on. I met her first and had her. But I thought mama had so much stroke. But little mama, and hold up, I just didn't. If I had put the same time in with little mama, the girlfriend, as the mama, it'd have been a done deal. Done deal.
Dude.
I blew that one.
Dude.
I blew that one, Chris.
I was helping this financial firm. Mm-hmm. I was flying to Chicago. This kid played for the Bulls. I'm not gonna say.
Hold up, stop it. Sonya Billings talking about how do we have them? No, not like that, Sonya. No,
bro. I got to tell this story. I was following this kid around. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh damn, okay. Kid was a small town kid, had a trainer, and we was in there trying to handle his money. Mm-hmm. Let me tell y'all something, man. Mm-hmm. That girlfriend, and I don't like to say people not smart. I don't want to test people's acumen and all that. If she told him, like, this dude played for the Chicago Bulls. He was a McDonald's All-American, played for the Bulls, this and that. If that girl told him to jump, how high? I'm talking about, it was incredible. I'm sitting there going like, dude, you the one playing for the Bulls. And if that girl said, we doing this, he like a puppy dog. Licking it. I'm like, oh my God. And if you said one thing against that girl, you were gone. Chris, that's what dudes got to participate in, man.
Chris, guess what I did? Chris, listen to this one, y'all. I lost a client because I told him he need to get a prenup.
Whoa! I would never done that.
No, but my job is to protect him.
Kiss of death.
Jimmy.
But you know what? You got to know that relationship, though.
Jimmy. Man, let me tell y'all something. Jimmy, he just messed me up. Jimmy, I go out there, hold up, to try to get this client, right? Me and my daughter staying in the people's house. So I know he about to sign. Jimmy, he's sitting on the coffee table, about to sign, and guess what he said? Let me go wake my wife up and tell her. Because me and him sitting there watching TV. That nigga went back to their room and woke her ass up. I'm going to tell you who it is off the show, Chris. Chris, he never came out the room, Chris.
I'm trying to tell, man, y'all
Chris,
don't get it.
She said, Robert, we're just not going to do that right now, Robert. I know Jason committed to you. And I'm staying in their house, man. I had to get up and I got up and me and my daughter, we got the hell up out of there. And the next morning, I said, man, I can't be. Man, little mama, I didn't know she had that much power.
Let me tell y'all, you know what that means? Somebody else took care of her.
But guess what? Oh, they did. But guess what?
Somebody already took care of her.
Hold up, y'all. Hey, and this ain't nothing funny, but they wind up getting divorced. He beat her and everything. Yeah.
I got to run, man. It was good fun.
Me too.
I want to remind you, you brought up Tony Roden. Remember his high school coach in Seattle, now the head coach of PSAT Academy.
Yes.
So as a connection. So, and he also was a Division I college coach as well. Yes, so a lot of people don't realize that,
Ed Haskins.
And a lot of schools in the city didn't want him to be a coach. I helped him get that job. Dr. Green had hired him.
Oh, that's right.
A lot of schools in the city didn't want to hire this dude, which is crazy to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the truth.
Okay. I didn't know that.
The truth. which is ridiculous. That dude's resume is crazy. And he couldn't get a
I
job
mean,
in Houston.
he coached about 3 McDonald All-Americans, I think.
The dude won like 7
Seattle.
state championships.
Yeah.
Couldn't get a job.
Jimmy, they played in your event?
Unbelievable.
They played in the event,
Yeah.
didn't they? I didn't.
And that was at PSAT was the only team that played that where the head coach was actually permitted to be on the sidelines. Those other teams, their head coach couldn't be on the sideline.
Right.
PSAT they played with their head coach.
That's
Ed
good.
Haskins coached the team, and they
They
made it
kicked
to
the
the
tail, didn't they? Did they beat somebody?
They
got some talent.
went 4-1, something like that.
And then Jimmy, guess what? Got a new player out of the deal.
Yeah, good kid transferred from Maid Creek.
Kid
And now
transfer.
is enrolled in part of the PSAT program,
Yeah.
Christian Jones. We also got, as we ready to land the plane, we have some breaking news in the VIP news of rcsports.com. Go to rcsports.com, and that is your number one info source of Greater Houston basketball. That website it keeps you posted, and once again, if you go take a pass through there, you will get some breaking news about one of the top 10 ranked players in the area. So Hannah's reading it right now, so your facial expressions will probably be the same as his when you read it. It's some unfortunate news about one of the top 10 ranked players in Greater Houston, and we'll talk about that, of course, on Monday. But we are at the end of the road, and Thaddeus Moody say, "What year was this?" Come on, Thaddeus Moody, you know what range it was in. You know, you can put your
I got to run.
put your Google
Y'all be good.
put your Googling skills
See
together.
y'all.
Hey, Walt,
Let's go Cowboys.
see Walt. No, let's go Astros. We got a break. We don't play the Tuesday, boss. And guess what? We're chilling right now.
What about the Yankees?
So you ain't a Mets fan? Hold on.
Mets play Friday.
Hold on.
I might
Padres are playing at the Mets.
I will probably-
Padres
that's tomorrow.
at the Mets.
That's tomorrow.
So you telling me the Padres got to the playoff without Fernando?
Without the cheater.
Bye, man. Bye, Chris. You can hang up. You can hang up if you want to. We out of here.
Man, it's time to slide down Dino's back and Yabba Dabba do this thing on this baby Friday. That's what we call Thursdays. Guess what? Don't hate, but make sure you shout a show on your way out the door. I'm about to go hit this track, boss, and give me a couple of miles in, and before getting it on in. Got to get it, boy. Got to get it. It's that week when they start peeling off of you right here, Alan. It's that week right here.
This
It's
the
peel off week.
Hey,
And also,
hey, Jackson State gonna whoop a mud hole in Alabama State at their homecoming this weekend.
oh yeah. And Prairie View gonna beat a mud hole in Southern this weekend as well. HBCU news.
Where's it gonna be at? It's gonna be at Prairie View?
Prairie View. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think it's a 4 o'clock kickoff. And I want to also send out our condolences to the families of Tiffany Jackson, former basketball star from Duncanville. She passed away and that was, that's definitely has got a lot of people and hit them in the heart. So shout out to their families. Also, Lester Howard, and that funeral is this weekend, as well as Madeline Jacobs. That's my longtime neighbor, Miss Jacobs. She passed away. Shout out to their family as well. As I got to do a double shot of funerals on Saturday. Again, and then hop on the plane on top of that right after that. So I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be ripping and running this weekend. So anyway, guys, see you guys on Monday. Peace. We up out here. Robert Hatter, this Jim, and Chris Walker, this Jim Hicks. Hey man, go Astros. Go Red. Get your rest. Waiting on that 23-man roster to come out. Go Padres. Hatter. Go Padres.
Yeah. No, go Yankees.
Yankees resting too.
I like them though. All right, let me get out of here. I'll see y'all later. All right.
Yep, we gone. Peace.
I hit the button.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the chop shop. I'm retro, let's get it. We in the chop shop, we live in the chop shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the chop shop. We in the chop shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the chop shop.